A service of KIBMradio.com, the Internet's home for an all old-time radio.
So we take you now to Duffy's Tavern, starring Archie himself, Ed Gardner. The program you're about to hear is brought to you with a wish from Bristol Myers, that your Christmas may be merry and that the new year for all of us be a happy and a peaceful one.
Hello, Duffy's Tavern. Why do you like me to eat Archie the man just speaking? Duffy ain't here. Hello, Duffy. Huh? Look, please don't give me that Merry Christmas stuff. I sound like I got up on the wrong side of the floor this morning? Look, Duffy, I had one eggnog. Just happened that I hit some bad nutmeg. Huh? Well, if you want to know, I'm a little sore about your gratuity for Christmas. That lousy Christmas card. A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. P.S. After you read this, get back to work. Fine sentiment this time of the year. Well, after 9 years, I thought maybe I might get some little present. Some little luxury. Some little thing I wouldn't think of getting for myself. Like money. Huh? Look, Duffy. Someday you're going to leave this vale of tears. You're going to leave it with your pockets bulging with bills, but I'm warning you. Where you're going, you're going to find that paper money ain't going to last long. I leave you with that thought for today. Christmas. 7 days a week, 18 hours a day. I work my grindstone to the nose. What do I get? Nothing but gratitude. And very little of that.
Merry Christmas, Miss Archie.
What's so merry about it, Eddie? Starvation wages, no dough to buy nothing.
Oh, you got a little dough.
Yeah, but how far will it take me with the present prices of economics? The landlady sends me a notice. From the first of the year on, your apartment will be $9 a month. $9 for 4 lousy rooms.
Does that include bath?
Who knows? Never get to see the place the way I have to work around here, but does Duffy care?
Well, don't let it get you, Miss Archie. You see, this is the time of the year to forget your trouble.
Yeah.
Christmas is a time when you should be thinking about helping other people out.
Helping other people out, huh? When Gorilla Hogan got drunk and nasty here last night and started picking on me, did you help me out?
I couldn't. See, I was back in the kitchen cooking.
What takes a half an hour to cook?
With Gorilla Hogan drunk and nasty, a couple of 3-minute eggs.
That's what I'm talking about. When I'm in a fight and I need help, you disappear.
Yeah, but you always bragging about what a wonderful fighter you are.
You certainly picked the funniest times to start believing me. Yeah, give me that Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, boys.
Merry Christmas, Miss Duff.
Archie, I said Merry Christmas.
Are you kidding? What have I got to be merry about working for that cheapskate old man of yours?
Archie, you just don't know Papa. He really isn't cheap.
No, that's right. Once, in an outburst of generosity, he gave away his toenail clippings. What about the time he took your old lady on their honeymoon? Where did they go?
Niagara Falls.
That's what he told everybody, Niagara Falls. But what he really did, they stayed home and your old man let the water run in the bathtub while he showed your mother a box of shredded wheat. Tell me how cheap the guy is. Just a minute. Hello? Oh, just a second. It's your girlfriend, Vera Fogarty.
Oh, thanks. Hello, Vera. How did you do with Santa Claus? Okay, but no presents, huh? can't have everything, Vera. What's on your mind? A dance? Where? At the Y? M or W? The YW, huh? Well, okay, Vera, I'll go. But this time you've got to lead. All right. Okay, I'll meet you at Schimmelbacher's. Well, so long, everybody. I got a heavy date. What are you going to do tonight, Archie?
Me? I think I'll just spend a quiet evening standing around disappointing pickpockets.
Well, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks, Arch. Merry Christmas to you.
Oh, hello, Finnegan.
Ain't you going to wish me a Merry Christmas?
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Did you hang up your stocking?
Oh, no. I hung up my stocking last year, and it was a bum idea.
A bum idea?
Yeah, the blood kept rushing to me head.
Finnegan, what I meant was, did you get any presents for Christmas?
Oh, a few things, George. My mother gave me some building blocks. Monogrammed, of course. And my sister gave me a bottle of bubble bath.
Bubble bath?
Yeah, and is that stuff a fake?
What do you mean a fake?
I sat in a tub and took 4 drinks of it, and I couldn't even blow a single bubble. Well, I just dropped in to say hello. I got to run along, Arch.
You got to run along? Where you going?
I'm going over to sing Christmas carols.
Oh, yeah? Where?
At Water McGurk's.
Oh.
You going over, Arch?
No, I'm not.
How come?
Didn't invite me.
Oh. Well, I'll be seeing you, Arch.
Finnegan, you mean you ain't going to spend Christmas with me, Willie, like you usually do?
Well, Arch, I thought you was going to McGurk's, too, so I accepted. You ain't sore, are you?
No. Why should I be sore? Go ahead. Have a good time.
Well, Merry Christmas, Arch.
Merry Christmas, Clifton. Fine Christmas. No bonus. Your friends walk out on you. The next guy that says Merry Christmas to me, I'm going to punch him right in the nose. Now, what's the use? Eddie.
Yeah?
Eddie, turn on the radio, will you? Maybe it'll snap me out of this mood.
Okay.
Eddie, that Christmas music. Take it off, will you? Give me something with some pep in it.
Okay, I'll try another station.
Eddie, please, I asked you, didn't I?
Well, Miss Archie, I don't think there's anything on the radio but Christmas music.
Well, keep pushing them buttons. There must be something else on the air. Eddie, what are you trying to do? Drive me nuts?
Look bad, I'm running out of buttons.
Okay, forget about it. Well, I think we better lock up the place. It's getting late.
Okay. I'll go clean up the kitchen.
All right, do that. This Christmas music. I ain't got enough trouble at this time of the year. They got to put on music that makes them even sadder.
Hello there, Archie.
Huh? Hey, how did you get in here?
Walked in.
That's funny. I thought I just locked the door. We was closing up.
Oh, well, then maybe I'd better leave.
Listen, you said Archie. How did you know my name?
Well, I've heard about you.
Oh, well, I'm pretty well known around here. Will you have a little drink, bud?
No, I don't think so.
Go ahead, it's on the house.
On the house?
Sure, it's Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve, huh?
Well, anyway, it's a day in December. What'll you have?
Well, maybe I'll take a glass of water.
Water here? You kidding? Here, mister, we got some pretty good wine here. At least have a glass of wine, huh? Look, I never seen you around here before. How did you happen to come in here to the tavern?
Oh, I was just walking around, saw the lights, thought I'd drop in. You don't think much of Christmas, do you, Archie?
Oh, you got me wrong. I love it. I wouldn't be without it. Good old Christmas. the time of the year when after you work for a guy for 9 years and knock your brains out, he says to you, Merry Christmas, Archie. The time when even your closest friend walks out on you.
Well, maybe there's another side to Christmas.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
Well, like the look on a kid's face when he sees what Santa Claus has left in his stocking.
Uh-huh.
Or like the feeling in a man's heart when his family's around him on Christmas Eve. You see, Christmas isn't a thing you can reach out and touch, Archie. It's a thing inside us.
Look, Bud, I can see you've been running around with a different class of people. Around this neighborhood, every guy is out for himself.
Oh, I don't know. I think this neighborhood and the people are pretty much the same as most others.
Oh, I know he's a stranger.
Well, I could be wrong. Why don't you and I take a little walk?
You mean you want to see for yourself?
Mm-hmm. Maybe a little fresh air will do you good, Archie.
Fresh air? Are you in far in this joint as an incinerator?
Well, no.
Well, it is. Come on, let's go. Hey, Eddie, keep an eye on the joint, will you? Listen to that, will you? Not only don't you only get it over the radio, you can't even walk along a public street but they're belting it at you.
I kind of like it.
You like it? Well, everybody to his own poison. Did you ever listen to the words of that tune?
Did you?
I should have had to listen to them all day. All is calm, all is bright. How do you like that? The world is a mess. Everybody has his hand in the other guy's pocket, but don't make no difference to the guy that wrote that song. To him, all is bright.
Well, maybe the guy that wrote that song was thinking about something in men's hearts. Something that shines a little brighter on a day like this. Didn't you ever sing Christmas carols, Archie?
Oh, yeah. Christmas carols, sure, when I was a punk kid and I didn't know no better. But you have to grow up someday.
Now, that's the trouble with a lot of us. Maybe we're not growing up. Maybe we're just losing track of things that matter.
Like what?
Oh, things like faith, tolerance, human kindness.
That's nice. And where does one find them things?
You don't find them, Archie. You give them. And it's a funny thing. The more you give, the more you have. Say, why don't we drop in over there?
Huh?
Across the street.
Across the street? That's a church.
Yeah, I know. Why don't we drop in for a second?
Into a church?
Why not?
But I wouldn't know how to act.
You, don't go to church, huh?
Well, no, I'm not rapping it, you know. It's just that there's two types of guys when it comes to going to church. There's them that does and them that don't. I happen to be the type that don't.
Well, now, why don't you just drop in with me for a second, huh?
Well, I guess if I go with somebody else, it won't count against me. Funny thing, now, you know, to take a look at you, I wouldn't figure that you was the religious type.
No?
No, but that's what I say. You never can tell about people. Okay, leave us go in.
Nice in here, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's kind of quiet.
Yeah. I guess this is one of the few places left where you can find peace and quiet.
That's what I can't understand. People just come in here and they sit. They just sit. They don't do nothing.
Oh, yes, they do. They pray, meditate. Some of them even come in here to keep warm.
Couldn't they do that just as well at home?
Maybe some of them don't have a home.
You see? That's what I've been trying to tell you. It's a pretty tough world.
But it'd be tougher if they didn't have a place like this to come to. Didn't you ever pray, Archie?
Well, sure, when I was a kid. What was that prayer again? They learned us, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, well, you know the thing I mean. But, look, mister, please, leave us get out of here. I'm beginning to get the heebie-jeebies.
All right.
Look, just a second, bud.
What are you doing?
Well, the sign says help the poor, don't it?
I thought you believed in everybody helping themselves.
Well, I do, but tonight maybe I'm a little superstitious.
Or maybe it's just because it's Christmas.
Look, mister, please, don't start with that peace on earth stuff, will you? I told you I'd take you around, show you the neighborhood and what it's really like now.
That's your Christmas
Please,
paper.
let's keep it that way.
That's your Christmas edition here, paper.
Just a minute, I want to pick up a paper.
Get your paper
Yeah,
here.
that crippled kid there. Nice kid, Jimmy Turner.
Crippled, huh?
Yeah, he ain't walked in years, but he's always got a smile for everybody, and I like to help him out once in a while.
Paper, read all about it. Get your paper.
Hiya, Jimmy.
Hello, Archie. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, kid.
Well, Jimmy, it's a little tough not being able to walk, isn't it?
I ain't kicking. I can yell. That's all I need for this racket.
What'd you get for Christmas, Jimmy?
Nothing much. But it's okay. I got my Christmas present last summer.
Last summer.
Yeah. One of my customers took me up to the Yankee Stadium to see the Yanks play.
You like the Yanks, Jimmy?
Like 'em. Did you ever see that DiMaggio play ball?
Oh, do me a favor, son.
Okay, mister. Here you are. Latest edition.
Thanks, kid. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, mister.
You were talking about Joe DiMaggio, Jimmy.
Oh, boy, what a ball player. That DiMaggio's the greatest outfield in the world. And the way that guy can pull him.
Jimmy, do you know who that was who bought the paper just now?
Who?
That was Joe DiMaggio.
You're kidding.
No, look at him. He just stopped there by that streetlight.
Joe DiMaggio? You mean Joe bought a paper from me and I didn't even recognize him?
Wait a minute. Maybe I can get him to come back. Hey, DiMaggio. Hey, DiMaggio. Hey, you.
You calling me?
Yes. You know, you've got quite an admirer in that crippled newsboy over there.
Me?
Yeah. Now look. You're Joe DiMaggio. And if that kid could shake hands with you, it'd be the best Christmas present he ever got. Would you do it?
Of course I will. Be glad to. Come on, let's go over to him.
No, just a minute. Let him walk over to you.
But, mister, I told you the kid can't walk.
Well, let's find out, Archie. Oh, Jimmy. Joe DiMaggio wants to shake hands with you.
Yeah, come on, Jimmy. Come on over and shake hands.
But, gee, Joe, don't you see? I can't.
Come on, Jimmy.
Joe. Joe, I'm walking. Smash. You see what I'm doing to Mash? I'm walking.
I can't understand it. It's positively incredible.
What's the matter?
That kid back there, I seen him sitting in that corner like that for the past 6 years, and tonight the kid is walking.
Maybe he could have walked all the time.
No, he couldn't. You did it. You did it by telling him that was Joe DiMaggio.
It was.
Now, look, you can fool a kid, but don't try to fool me. It couldn't have been DiMaggio.
No?
Certainly not. I just read in the papers this morning DiMaggio was spending Christmas with his family in San Francisco. Hey, look, this thing is getting a little weird.
Nice town, San Francisco.
Huh? Oh. Oh, I ain't never been that far west. San Francisco your hometown?
No.
Where you from?
I'm from the east.
The east? What town?
A small town called Bethlehem.
Bethlehem, huh? Hey, you know anybody in Allentown?
I might.
A guy by the name of Lou Grant?
Lou Grant. Does he run a bar and grill on Front Street?
Yeah, that's the guy. Well, you sure get around, don't you? What are you, one of them traveling salesmen or something?
Well, I guess you might call me that. Well, say, what's the excitement? What's the crowd doing in front of that hotel?
Where? Oh, yeah. Hey, lady, what's going on here?
That man up there on the ledge.
Where?
Up there on the window ledge of the hotel. He says he's going to jump at midnight.
Why?
I don't know. I guess he's crazy. He says he never wants to see another Christmas.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, you can hardly blame the guy. Now, wait. There goes the chimes. Must be 11:45. Let me check my watch here. Yeah, the guy's got exactly 15 minutes before he jumps. Let's stick around.
Are you sure of the time?
Well, certainly. I always set me watch by them chimes.
Well, how long has he been up there?
Oh, for hours. The police have been trying to find his wife.
His wife?
Yes. They think maybe if they found her, she could talk him out of it.
Come on, Archie.
Where you going?
I'd like to talk to that fellow.
You're crazy. They ain't gonna let you in that hotel. Look at the cops guarding the doorway. Besides, you can't do nothing with a guy like that. He's nuts.
I'd like to talk to him anyway.
Okay, have it your way. We'll tell the cops we live in a hotel, but I better go along with you.
Hey, wait a minute, you. Where do you think you're going?
We live here. Me and me friend here was just going up to our suite.
You and what, friend?
That guy there. That guy that just walked in.
Nobody walked in this hotel, Bud. And nobody's gonna walk in.
Okay, so nobody walked in. What am I gonna do, argue with you? I'm telling you, I just come in with the guy.
Look, son, why don't you go home and sleep it off?
Listen, you. Don't come near and try to grab me. If you do, I'll jump.
I'm not going to grab you. I just came to talk to you. To see if maybe I could change your mind.
Too late to change my mind. As soon as those chimes ring, I'm jumping. I'm not afraid to die.
Maybe you're afraid to live. A lot of people are.
What have I got to live for?
What have any of us got to live for? Look at those people down there on the street, hundreds of them, waiting for a ray of hope, a sign of courage in this frightened world. What you're doing might extinguish the last spark of faith in many of their tired hearts.
Their tired hearts. At least their wives are with them at Christmas. Come on, chimes, ring. Ring. Let's get it over with.
Your wife means a lot to you, doesn't she?
If she didn't, do you think I'd be up here? I haven't had one peaceful moment since she left me.
Why did she leave you?
Because I was a fool. But it's too late to think of that. Oh, why don't those chimes ring out and get it over with? What's slowing them up?
Nothing's slowing them up. It's just that in these last moments, the seconds seem like years.
Paul! Paul!
Anne!
Yes, darling, it's me.
Oh, Anne.
Paul.
Thank God you've come back.
My darling.
Those chimes. I was going to jump when I heard that.
Yes, I know. I was afraid I was too late. Thank God I got here in time.
Hello, Archie. Glad I found you again.
Hey, it's you. How did you do it, mister? How'd you stop that guy from jumping?
Just talked to him till his wife came. She just got there in time.
Yeah. Funny how she just got there in time, wasn't it?
What do you mean?
Well, it happens I was looking at me watch, timing it out to see when the guy was going to jump.
So?
Them chimes rang 4 minutes late.
Maybe your watch is slow.
Oh, no, it ain't. Remember, I checked it with the chimes a little while ago, and them bells has never been wrong. Look, come on. Leave us get out of here. I'm getting back to the tavern. This is a little too screwy for me.
Okay, we'll take a cab. There's an empty one.
Where to, fellas?
We want to go to Duffy's Tavern, quick.
Okay. How about a little music?
Wait a minute. There it is. Driver, please. Take that thing off of there, will you? Get something else.
Okay.
Oh, what the use? Leave it on there. Look, mister.
Yeah?
You know something? You stayed pretty calm considering all the crazy things that have been happening tonight. It's a little weird. First the newsboy, then the guy on the window ledge.
Well, we all have our troubles, Archie. We all get off the track once in a while. We just need something bigger than ourselves to steer us straight.
You mean something like religion?
Call it that. Call it human kindness, tolerance, understanding.
Begin to see what you mean. Hey, driver, watch out for that guy. Look, don't worry, taxi. It wasn't your fault. The guy walked right out in front of you.
Yeah. Did you see him, mister? He walked right out in front of me.
Well, let's see how badly he's hurt.
Hey, we better call a cop.
Hey, here comes the cop now.
All right. Stand back. Give the poor devil a chance. Now, what happened here?
Well, the guy walked right out in front of the cab.
Yeah, the driver's right, officer. It wasn't a taxi's fault. We was riding along, and all of a sudden this guy stepped right out in front of the cab. Like he was blind.
Hey, wait a minute. He is a blind man. There's his cane there.
Here, maybe I can help him.
Wait a minute, you take your hands off him. It's against the law. Wait till the ambulance gets here.
Against the law to help someone?
You heard me. You never know when you're doing them more harm than good.
All right, officer, just as you say.
Hey, wait a minute. Look. The guy's getting up.
What hit me? The crowd. The noise. I was all confused. Tell me, what? Oh, wait. Wait a minute. Lights. And faces. I can see. I can see.
Easy now, mister. You'd better not try to get up.
I'm all right, I tell you. And I can see. For the first time since Okinawa, I can see.
I didn't mean to hit you, Bud.
You didn't mean to hit him. You done him a favor. The guy says he can see. Hey, the shock must have given back his sight.
No, it wasn't that. Someone touched me. I felt a cool hand. And the minute he touched me, I was all right. Where is he? Where is he?
Come on, Archie, let's go. We've done all we can.
Well, it certainly is good to be back in the tavern again. I think we'd better have a little drink, though. You want to finish your wine, Bud?
No, thanks.
You know something? I'm all mixed up.
Mixed up?
Yeah, about this Christmas stuff.
Well, you see, Archie, as I said, Christmas isn't just a date on a calendar. Or a wreath in a window or a song. It's something in men's hearts. They can let it die or keep it in their hearts the year round.
365 days of Christmas. You know, it's a funny thing. If you'd said that to me a little while ago, I'd have laughed in your face. But now I don't know. Wait a second. I'd like to turn on the radio a minute.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey, that's a good one. Wonder what happened to that silent night. What do you think of that? All night long they played that same tune and it drove me nuts. Now all of a sudden I got a feeling I'd kind of like to hear it again.
Miss Archie. Miss Archie. Mr. Archie.
Huh? What is it, Eddie?
I finally got you some dance music on the radio.
Eddie, I don't want no dance music. Turn it off, will you?
I wish you'd make up your mind.
Look, mister, until you walked in here today, Hey, Eddie. Eddie, what happened to that guy I was talking to?
Well, nobody talking to you.
You're nuts. He was standing here at the bar. He came in with me.
Mr. Archie, please, there's nobody here.
No? Maybe it was all... Eddie, you sure that there was nobody here?
No. Must have been seeing things.
Maybe you're right. But wait a minute. This glass of wine here. The glass is half empty.
What?
Nothing, Eddie, nothing. Just leave me alone for a little while, will you?
Okay. Good night, Miss Archie.
Good night, Eddie. Eddie?
Yeah?
Merry Christmas.
Oh, thanks, Miss Archie. Merry Christmas to you, sir. Good night.
Good night. Christmas. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven.
brought to you with every good wish for a very merry, a very happy Christmas. This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
It's Wednesday night, so we take you now to Duffy's Tavern with our guest tonight, Dorothy Shay, and starring Archie himself, Ed Gardner. Duffy's Tavern is brought to you by Vitalis for well-groomed hair and Trouchet, the hand lotion with the beforehand extra. Here is better care for your hands than you ever dreamed possible. It's with Trouchet. Trouchet, the really different hand lotion. Anytime you put on creamy, fragrant Trouchet, you'll find your hands will look and feel softer and smoother. But because Trouchet is so different, with a unique beforehand extra, you can guard your hands against chapping, too. Put Trouchet on before you do dishes or before you go outdoors. And as long as Trouchet is on your hands, you will be guarded against chapping. Water chapping as well as weather chapping. So get Trouchet. Use it for all your lotion needs. Really, you can keep your hands softer, smoother, lovelier if you begin today to use Trouchet.
Hello, Duffy's Tavern, where they'll eat meat to eat. Eddie the waiter speaking. Oh, hello, Mr. Duffy. Now, I want to thank you for your Christmas present. That lovely cigarette lighter. Yeah, very thoughtful inscription, too. Close cover before striking. Mr. Archie? Well, he's in the back room brooding. Yeah, brooding. Well, with him, it's always one of three things. Money, women, or both. Huh? Oh, hold on. She's right here. Miss Duffy, telephone.
Thanks, Eddie. Hello, Papa. This is your daughter, Miss Duffy. What, Papa? Archie? Don't worry. He won't sulk for long. Not with Dorothy Shay coming here tonight. Dorothy Shay, the Park Avenue hillbilly singer. Yeah. Sort of a cross between Hildegard and Judy Canova. What does she look like? Oh, brunette, beautiful figure, wonderful voice. You know, the kind that are a dime a dozen. Huh? All right. I'll see if I can find out what's wrong with him. Goodbye, Papa. Hey, Eddie. Is Archie still in the back room?
Yeah, still in the back room.
What's eating him?
In that back room, it could be anything.
No, I mean, what's worrying him?
I don't know. It might be that newspaper article.
What article?
The one about the tax increase for people who make over $80,000 a year.
Yeah, but why would that worry him? He only makes $15 a week.
Yeah, but he claims it'll kill his incentive.
I never saw him in a mood like this. It must be something serious.
Yeah, that's right. You know, it's been awful quiet in that back room. You don't think he committed suicide?
On Papa's time, he wouldn't dare.
Well, let's see if we can get him out of there.
Okay. Archie! Archie! He won't answer.
I got an idea. Miss Archie, guess what? The termites just ate up the health inspector.
Archie! Archie, surprise! The tavern's burning down.
I think I got one. Hey, boss, did you hear the news? Mr. Duffy just dropped dead.
Eddie, please quit trying to cheer me up. Look, you two, there ain't nothing nobody can do for me. I prefer to bear me anguish in silence. When a man finds out that he's been nurturing a serpent amidst his monks, and when that serpent turns on him like a viper, what is left but the protective wing of nirvana? It's an old saying from Bartlett's quotations.
Mr. Archie, what's all this about?
I ain't talking.
What's wrong with you?
Miss Duffy, I told you. I ain't talking.
Just like a man.
What do you mean?
At least when a woman has a secret, she's got the decency not to keep it to herself. Good night.
Look, Eddie, I'm a pretty decent sort, ain't I?
Uh-huh.
I go through life not hurting nobody, helping people when I can, don't I?
Well...
And what do I get? Retribution. Suddenly a thing comes along like this, and it destroys me faith in human mankind.
For goodness sake, man, tell me, what is it?
I ain't talking.
Mr. Archie, please, out with it.
Well, it's my best friend, Clifton Finnegan.
What did he do to you?
You want to know?
Yeah.
About as lousy a trick as one friend ever played on another.
What did he do?
He didn't send me a Christmas card. And after all I'd done for that Finnegan, when we was together at PS4, who was it learned him how to play hooky? How to roll with the punch when the teacher belts you? How to wear a dunce cap at a rakish angle? How to sleep with your eyes open in class? In short, all the useful bits of knowledge that go into making a liberal education. I've watched over him like a mother hawk. Who was it learned him all about the birds and the bees?
You did?
Of course.
Well, no wonder he blushes every time he passes a canary.
Wait a minute. Here he comes now. You can express me sentiments to him, Eddie. I'll be in the back room until the crumb departs.
Okay.
Hello, Eddie. Give me a glass of beer.
Yeah? I thought you don't drink.
I don't. I want to cry in it.
What's your trouble?
Eddie, never mention Christmas to me again.
What's the matter? Now, did someone tell you that there ain't no Santa Claus?
Don't be silly, Eddie. I've known that ever since I was a kid of 21. No, it's about me best friend, Archie.
What'd he do to you?
You want to know?
Yeah.
About as lousy a trick as one friend ever played on another.
What did he do?
I ain't talking.
Oh, come on, out with it. What did he do?
He didn't send me a Christmas card.
Oh, no.
Yeah. When I think of all the things I've done for that guy, to all the things I've learned him. How to start a fire by rubbing two matches together. How to make snakes out of horse hairs. How to hold your breath till your face turns purple. Another thing. Who taught him about the birds and the bees?
You taught him about the birds and the bees?
Exactly. He was such a dope, though, that he got him mixed up with men and women. And to think, he didn't even send me a Christmas card, and after all I've done for him.
I say, Eddie. Oh, is there a certain uncouth person still here?
Eddie, tell him I'm just as couth as he is.
Says he's just as couth as you are.
Even couther.
Even couther.
You see, Eddie, that's gratitude. After all I've done for that guy.
Eddie, tell him I've done plenty for him, too.
Eddie, tell him I've done twice as much for him as he ever did for me.
Oh, yeah? Tell him I've done 3 times as much.
Oh, yeah? Tell him I've done 4 times as much.
Oh, yeah? I've done... Eddie, tell him not to flaunt his education in me face.
Look, Eddie, remind me to put up a sign that says, "This bar only open to people."
Well, if the management is going to get fussy, I can take my loafing elsewhere. Goodbye, Eddie.
Mr. Archie, now, don't you think you're being a little childish?
Now, look, you mind your own business, will you?
But don't yell at me. I sent you a Christmas card.
I'm sorry, Eddie. A thing like this is a burden that's hard for a man to brunt.
Hello, Archie.
Oh, hello, Joe.
Hello, Eddie.
Good evening, Mr. Miranda. Well, thank you for your Christmas card.
Oh, did you like it?
Yes, I love that sentiment. You know, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and remember, there's not a single drop of mineral oil in Vitalis.
I'm glad you liked it, Eddie. I thought it was very original.
Yeah, sure was. Didn't get another one like it.
Look, do you guys mind if I get in a word edgewise here?
What do you want to say, Arch?
Just wanted you to know that I'm very depressed.
What's the matter?
I ain't talking.
Eddie, what's wrong with him?
Oh, he's sulking. Look, Mr. Rand, now you were an old friend. Why don't you try to cheer him up?
Okay, Eddie. Arch, did you hear the good news?
What?
The Vitalis 60-second workout stimulates the scalp.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it gives it that wonderful, refreshing, tingling sensation.
Uh-huh.
And not only that, but Vitalis also routs loose dandruff and helps check excessive falling hair.
Sorry, Joe, but I'm past cheering up.
Well, things just can't be that bad, Arch. Here, let me tell you a funny story. It seems there were these two Irishmen, Pat and Mike. So Pat says to Mike, "Begorra, did you know that Vitalis tames down dry, hard-to-manage hair?" So Mike comes right back, and he says to Pat, "Sure, and Vitalis in the famous 60-second workout keeps hair handsome and healthy looking." So Pat says to Mike, he says, "You mean, Begorra, that it gives hair that well-groomed look without a greasy patent leather shine?" So Mike says, and get this, Arch, he says, "Well, why not? There's not a single drop of mineral oil in Vitalis." You feeling a little better, Arch?
I ain't talking.
Didn't like it, huh?
Well, maybe it's me mood, Joe.
Well, I'll try you with another one.
Please, I told you, I ain't in the mood tonight.
Well, this one might put you in the mood, Arch. It's about a traveling salesman.
Well, this one sounds a little better anyhow.
Yeah. Well, you see, this traveling salesman went up to this farmhouse and peeked in the window.
Yeah?
And guess what he saw? A big, lovely, beautiful bottle of Vitalis.
Eddie, give me the bung starter.
Well, now, wait a minute, Arch. I'm just trying to cheer you up.
You want to cheer me up?
Yeah.
Blow.
Eddie, where's Archie?
You mean Payashi? Well, he's back in the back room again.
Still brooding?
Yeah, I'm worried about him, too. He just sits there staring at the wall.
The wall with the Esquire calendar?
That's what worries me. He's staring at the other wall.
Gee, he must be in bad shape.
Well, whatever's ailing him, here comes the cure.
Eddie, is that Dorothy Shay?
Nobody else.
Good evening, Miss Shay. I'm Miss Duffy, the daughter of the place.
Oh, how do you do?
Likewise, I'm sure.
Is Archie around?
He's in the back room. I'll tell him you're here.
Well, wait just a second. Tell me about him. What's he like?
Don't get in a taxi with him.
A real wolf, huh?
He created the character.
Well, I've met a lot of men like that.
Yeah, but the ones you've met only had two hands. Do you know what the girls on 3rd Avenue call this one?
So what?
The octopus.
Maybe I'd better get out of here.
Why?
Well, you're a woman. Don't you get a little tired of men chasing you all the time?
Huh? Oh, yeah, it's terrible. Just because you whistle at them, they think they own you. Why, it's getting so bad a girl ain't safe on the street after 4 a.m.
Men are so stupid. If they'd only realize that they're much more attractive to a girl when they're aloof and indifferent.
You're so right.
And are you sure this Archie is
You don't have to take my word for it. Ask anybody. Eddie, tell her about him.
You mean the chicken inspector?
Yes.
Miss Shay, the only time that man didn't go for a skirt was the day the Scotch regiment marched past the tavern. Hey, wait a minute. Yeah, you come out the back room now.
That's Archie?
Yeah. Watch your footwork.
Well, I might as well get it over with. Good evening, Archie.
Huh?
I'm Dorothy Shay.
So what?
Well, this is a nice reception. Do you mind if I sit down?
No, go ahead if you feel like it.
Maybe it's just a slow starter. Why don't you sit down here next to me?
Why should I?
Well, I thought maybe we could be friends.
Friends? Don't mention a word to me. Look, Miss Shea, if you came in here to partake of the refreshment, feel free to do so. Otherwise, consider our interests asunder.
Archie, are you always like this?
Always like what?
Oh, so aloof, so indifferent.
I ain't saying I am, and I ain't saying that I ain't.
Well, this is interesting.
Not to me.
Miss Archie, you feeling all right? Take a look.
So what? So she's beautiful. So what?
My. And this from a man who breaks out in a cold sweat when he looks at a picture of Cash Daly.
Look, Eddie, I ain't in the mood to bandy pleasantries. I'll go fetch you a drink, Miss Shea.
Well, thank you. Miss Duffy, did you say this was Archie the wolf?
Why?
He's about as passionate as Guy Kibbe.
Oh, you said you liked him cold.
Well, I do, but this one's dead. If I could revive him a little, I think he might be my type.
Well, why don't you be subtle about it?
Subtle?
Yeah. Pull up your dress a little and show him your legs.
Might be a good idea. Just high enough?
A little higher. Yeah, that's better.
Well, here's your drink. That'll be... Miss Shea, your stocking has a run in it.
The man done lost the will to live. Rolls the dice, makes his point, and then don't pick up the money.
Miss Duffy, what am I going to do with him?
Maybe if you sang a song, it might warm him up.
Well, it might work. Archie, would you like to hear me sing?
If it gives you pleasure, go ahead. Lousy Christmas card. How much would it have cost the guy? One lousy Christmas card.
Beyond the busy highway, beyond the city strife, we highly treasure and take great pleasure in our plain away. Who's lucky? Few a fussing and a fighting. Sometimes it gets to be exciting. Don't like them ornery neighbors down by the creek. We'll be plumb out of neighbors next week. Grandma, poor old Grandma, why'd they have to shoot poor Grandma? She lies neath the clover. Someone caught her bending over, picking up a daisy feud, a fussing and a fight. This is a wrong that needs a righting. Let's get that funeral service over, so then we'll go feud and fighting again. Fighting, a feuding, and a fussing. That's all that's going on with us. And we are such neighborly people, peaceful and sweet, all except when we happen to meet. Daughter, baby daughter, poisoned all the neighbors' chickens. Daughter, shouldn't daughter, least so she could run like the Dickens. They hit her with a shovel, feud, a fighting and a fussing. No use of standing here a cussing. Let's give our daughter a pistol now that she's 4 and go feud and fighting some more. Fighting, a fussing, and a feuding. Why did that sheriff keep intruding? He was a curious critter, yep, he was swell. It's a shame he was pushed down the well. Water, the well water. The doggone stuff don't taste like it oughter. Look here, city slicker. That's why we all drink corn liquor. It's better with the shoes off, feud, a fussing and a fighting. This ain't no corner you can brighten. Polish the shooting iron more. I'm getting a yen to go fusing, a fussing, a fusing, then a fussing again. Well, Archie, how did you like... Hey, where'd he go?
Back in the back room again.
Well, I like that.
Hello, Eddie.
Oh, hello, Mr. Finnegan. Miss Shea, this is Mr. Finnegan.
Well, it's not much, but at least it's something to talk to. Do you mind if I sit next to you, Mr. Finnegan?
It's a free country.
Not another one. What's the matter? Don't you like me?
Oh, come see, come sir.
Well, maybe you could learn to like me.
I doubt it.
Well, you could try. Would you like to kiss me?
I would not.
Would you like to put your arm around me?
No, I wouldn't.
Would you like to hold my hand?
Certainly not.
Would you like to breathe on a mirror?
Why?
Just checking.
Look, Jester, you're wasting your time. I ain't in the mood.
Well, then, maybe we can be friends.
Friends? Don't mention a word to me. I had a friend once. Friendship. What a hollow mockery.
Wait a minute. What goes on here anyway?
Don't feel too bad, Miss Shea. Ain't nothing you've done. See, it's just that Mr. Finnegan and Mr. Archie are very old friends, and they sort of had a misunderstanding.
Oh, that's it. Oh, well, maybe we can straighten it out. Archie.
What do you want?
Come here a minute. Now, why don't you stop this nonsense and shake hands with your old friend here?
That skunk? Tell him to go soak his head. Wait a minute. You better not. I think it's shrunk enough already.
Well, then, Finnegan, you shake hands with Archie.
Over my dead body.
What other kind have you got?
Meaning what?
Meaning any way you want to take it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Don't change the subject. As far as I'm concerned, you can get out of here now and never darken my door again.
Well, I can take a hint. And this time I'm not coming back. Eddie, you can mail me sweatshirt and sneakers.
Oh, now, Mr.
Too late to argue, Eddie. It's all over. Goodbye, everybody but Archie.
Now, just a second, boys. Is this the way to act at this time of the year?
Well...
When friends everywhere will be gathering together, drinking toasts to one another?
Well, I didn't start it, did I?
Well, did I?
Now, please, stop and think for a minute. How are you old friends going to feel New Year's Eve? New Year's Eve, when the clock strikes 12 and everybody else is standing around with their arms around each other singing, "Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind?
Dorothy, cut it out, will you?
Look, Finnegan.
Yeah, Arch.
Finnegan, I want to tell you something.
What is it?
I've been a heel.
Well, Arch, you was only acting natural.
I know, but calling you skunk and saying your head was shrunken. If you had another hole in your head, you could rent yourself out as a bowling ball.
Arch, you didn't say that.
Oh, did I miss one? Believe me, I had plenty of good reason. After all, I'm your oldest friend, and you didn't even send me a Christmas card.
I didn't send you a card. You mean you didn't send me a card?
I didn't send you a card.
No.
What are you talking? I even gave it to you to mail it.
Dad, you're crazy.
Who's crazy? I remember you put it in your pocket right there.
Oh, this pocket? I get the... Well, what do you know? It's still there. And look at what's right next to it.
What?
The Christmas card that I was going to send you.
Well, holy cat. You mean we've been making this whole tempest out of a tea kettle? Let me see the card you were sending me.
Well, Arch, I couldn't afford a regular Christmas card, so it's just a picture of me as a baby.
Let's see. Oh, ain't that cute. On a bearskin rug, too. Must have been a little cold laying there in the au gratin, wasn't you?
Well, to tell you the truth, Arch, I don't remember.
Let's see. Says, Merry Christmas. Who wrote that for you?
My mother.
That's nice.
Yeah. And look where she wrote Merry and where she wrote Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both sides of your face. Ain't you going to read the card that I sent to you?
Arch, are you kidding?
Oh, sorry. I'll read it to you. Incidentally, I made up the poem myself.
Oh. Well, that makes it twice as sweet.
Yeah. It says, to my dear friend Finnegan.
That's the most beautiful poem I ever heard.
That's only the title.
Oh.
The poem goes like this.
Yeah.
Now that Christmas is once again at our throats, I think of our friendship, so pure that it floats. Would 'twere that I had riches to buy you a present, but alas, dear friend, I am naught but a penniless pheasant. And then look at this. It says, love, your oldest friend.
Arch, kiss me.
Leave us not overdo it. But I must say that it's a load off my mind, Finnegan, to know that we're friends again.
Yeah.
You know, I'm beginning to feel a little more like my old self. Hey, wait a minute. The shade. Let me take another look at you, honey.
Archie, why are you staring at me like that?
I don't know. It's funny. I'm looking at you like I'm seeing you for the first time, kid.
You're looking at me like it's the first time you've seen anybody.
And, honey, that's the way I'm feeling. Come here. Let me take another gander at them legs.
Well, it's nice to have him home again.
Say, friend, have you tried Benex yet? Benex.
What's Benex?
Benex is the new brushless wonder shave.
Come now, is Benex really different?
Just listen. In addition to the usual advantages, Benex brushless gives you 3 big extras. First, Benex brushless gives extra easy shaves. Its special beard softening formula makes your beard 1/5 water. Second, Benex brushless is extra smooth, lighter, so different it rinses off your razor instantly.
How about comfort?
Benex brushless brings you extra comfort. A special after-shaving action that leaves your face feeling wonderful. See for yourself. Benex brushless. Try it. It's time now to leave Duffy's Tavern for this evening, but let's meet here again next Wednesday when our guest will be Desi Arnaz. Duffy's Tavern is brought to you by Vitalis for well-groomed hair and Truchet, the hand lotion with the beforehand extra. Each Wednesday, Bristol-Myers brings you Duffy's Tavern and Mr. District Attorney, which follows immediately over most of these stations.
This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
Vitalis for well-groomed hair and Truchet, the hand lotion with the beforehand extra, bring you Duffy's Tavern, starring Archie himself, Ed Gardner. Listen, this is important to every woman. Get more from your hand lotion by getting Trouche. For Trouche is the different hand lotion with a beforehand extra. Trouche not only makes your hands feel softer and smoother, but Trouche's unique beforehand extra actually chap-proofs your hands, too. As long as Trouche is on your hands while you're doing dishes or while you're outdoors, your hands will be protected against that red, rough condition known as chapping, water chapping as well as weather chapping. And you can continue this protection during prolonged exposure by using Trouche frequently. So for softer, lovelier, chap-proofed hands all the time, begin today to use Trouche.
Hello, Duffy's Tavern, where the elite meet to eat. Archie, the genial manager, speaking. Duffy ain't here. Oh, hello, Duffy. And how are you this lovely evening, my good man? Huh? No, I ain't got the pip. No, but I got a new philosophy. You see, by being nice to others, I find it makes me happy. In other words, do unto others, and you will find the blue beard of happiness yourself. And it wouldn't hurt you none to practice what I preach, Duffy. Well, like with your wife. Don't just walk up to her and tell her she's a big, fat horse. Even if it's true. It'd be so much nicer to say, my dear, it ain't that you're so big. It's just that the house is so small. Well, certainly, Duffy. Don't forget, all men is cremated equal, and they would like to be treated as such. Well, think it over. I'll call you back. I got some work here that I got to cheerfully do. Okay, Eddie, get me a pail of hot water and a mop, will you?
What, you going to take a bath?
No, I'm going to mop up the place now. Let me get to work here.
You? Going to work?
Is it such a surprise?
Well, up to now, it's been one of your hidden talents.
Oh, yeah? Well, that's all been changed, Eddie. I'm even going to help you to do your work now. Hand me the mop.
Okay, but don't get too close to me.
Why not?
Well, whatever you got, I don't want to catch it. Look, how come you suddenly want to do my work?
Eddie, just because a guy wants to help people, do you have to be suspicious?
If the guy is you and the people is me, yes.
Eddie, I'll let you in on a secret. You see, I got a new philosophy. Considering others. You see, I've been taking an inventory of myself.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How much you short?
Look, I'm serious. If a guy is going to be happy in this world, he's got to help thy neighbor. He's got to be sweet, kind, considerate, and polite, and courteous.
Well, if you ask me...
Shut up, I'm talking. I find all you need to be happy is your health and a few good friends.
Counting an awful lot on health, ain't you?
Why not? I just had a physical checkup from Dr. Conkle, and he said there was nothing wrong with me.
Nothing wrong, huh? Did he check your credit rating?
Okay, Eddie, slap me on the other cheek. You're still my friend. Now, please step aside while I mop the floor.
Sure wish I had known a little while ago you was going to mop the floor.
Why?
I got to put up bleachers and charge admission.
Oh, good evening, Miss Duffy, and how are you this evening?
Why don't you keep your big mouth shut?
About what?
About that advice that you gave Papa on the telephone.
All I told him was to be nice to your mother. What was wrong with that?
Plenty. In trying to be nice, he sneaked up behind Mama and put his arms around her. That's what started the trouble.
How come?
She hollered, Papa, come quick, there's a strange man in the house. So, one word led to another, and Papa wound up with a cracked skull.
Words can't crack a guy's skull.
They can when they're in a 2,000-page dictionary. You and your philosophy.
What's wrong with philosophy? Remember, philosophy is the one thing that makes man the superior, if not the equal of the beast. Hello, Finnegan.
Well, I went down to the employment agency you sent me to.
Good. How'd you make out?
Well, they asked me a lot of questions and gave me a bunch of tests till I found out the thing that I was best suited for.
What was that?
Unemployment.
But Finnegan, you can't make a career out of unemployment.
Maybe not, but it makes an awful nice sideline. But thanks for trying to help me, Archie.
Well, Finnegan, your happiness is mine.
Hiya, fellas.
Oh, Mr. Moran.
Hello, Joe. How's the wife and kids and Vitalis? Holy cow, I'm even being nice to a radio announcer. Joe, I heard your program tonight.
All right, we can do without the nasty cracks.
No, Joe, I
know how your mind works. You were going to say, I heard your program under very unfavorable conditions. The radio was on.
Honest, Joe, that was the
I'm sick and tired of your insults.
Joe, I've changed. I was about to say I think you're great. I even wrote a letter to the Vitalis people about you.
Oh, trying to get me fired, huh?
Not at all. My letter told them what a nice, soft voice you have.
I see. Trying to make them think I don't speak loud enough for people to hear what I have to say.
Joe, you got me wrong. I even told them how all the customers here in the tavern really love you, you know? How we in the tavern are all great fans of yours.
Oh, fine. Now they'll think all my friends are bums.
Look, Joe, you're making a mistake. I'm your pal. You see, I use Vitalis.
Well, what do you want, a medal? Lloyd Mangrum uses Vitalis. Craig Wood uses it. Gene Saracen uses it.
Well, Joe, I just told you. I do, too.
Oh, and I suppose you think you're as good a golfer as they are.
Joe, I didn't say that.
No?
No.
So now I'm a liar.
Look, Joe, I'm a friend of yours. You've got no right saying things like that.
Now he's trying to tell me what I can say.
Look, Joe.
Listen, Arch, if I want to say the Vitalis 60-second workout helps stimulate the scalp and gives it a wonderful, refreshing, tingling sensation, and it also routs loose dandruff and helps check excessive falling hair, well, by George, I'm going to say it.
Now, look,
and
Joe.
if I want to say that Vitalis keeps your hair well-groomed, I'm going to say that, too.
Joe, not so loud. You're annoying the customer.
Oh, yeah? This is still a free country. I'd like to see you or anybody else stop me from saying that Vitalis tames down dry, hard-to-manage hair.
Okay, Joe. Go ahead and say it if it makes you happy. Go right ahead and talk about Vitalis to your heart's content.
Oh, so now you're trying to make me a blabbermouth.
Please, indulge yourself. Tell me about Vitalis. Go on, Joe. Please.
I'm not talking.
Ah, come on, Joe. Say something.
Okay. Good night.
What an attitude. Thank goodness I got a philosophy.
Look, Socrates. You gonna go on being nice to people because you ain't gonna have a friend left.
Yeah, it's beginning to look that way. Hello? Who's this? Oh, Dr. Kunkel's nurse? Hiya, honey. Eddie, there are a couple of things in the kitchen I'd like you to get after.
Yeah. A couple of things in the kitchen I'd like to get after me.
Look, Eddie, I'm insinuating that I'd like a little privacy here.
Oh, okay, friendly one.
Get on it. Pardon the interruption, honey. Oh, hello, Dr. Conkle. Doctor, did you get a report on me physical checkup? Well, how am I? Huh? I'm a what? A hypochondriac? No kidding. The worst case you've ever seen? Well, what can I do for it? Go up to the Catskills and get some peace and rest? But before I leave town, you want your money, huh? You'll give me 3 days? Just a minute, Miss Duffy. I'm talking to me doctor. Now, look, doctor. Huh? Well, how much time did you say I got? You'll only give me 3 days.
3 days? Oh, poor Archie.
Quiet. Look, Doc, you couldn't make that a week, could you? No, huh? Well, you say 3 days. 3 days it is. Thanks for calling.
Archie, the doctor only gives you 3 days?
Yeah, Miss Duffy, but I'd rather you didn't tell nobody about it, huh?
Archie, it'll be our secret. You have my word as a woman.
Thanks.
Hello, Vera. Did you hear about Archie? He only has 3 days to live. Yeah, 3 days. Oh, incidentally, I bought the darlingest hat yesterday.
Miss Moran, you hear about Mr. Archie?
What?
He only got 2 days to live.
Colucci, did you hear about Archie? He only has 1 day to live.
Eddie, did you hear about Archie?
What?
He's dead. Just think, poor Arch dead. Well, that's life.
Well, I suppose it's better to have lived and died than never to have died at all.
Eddie, I was just... Oh, hello, gang. I said hello. Well, why don't somebody say something?
Hello, Miss Archie.
Hello, Archie.
Goodbye, Arch. I mean, hello.
Look, gang, I got some news for you. See, I spoke to my doctor, and, well, it looks like I'm going on a little journey.
What a beautiful way to put it.
Archie, I want you to know that we're going to miss you.
Well, thanks, Miss Duffy, but I think it'll be a good thing to get away from the tavern, you know, kind of get close to the soil. What's the matter? I think I'm pretty lucky. It ain't everybody that can go away at this time of the year.
Yeah, it is a nice season for it.
By the way, Arch, I thought you sort of were going away, Jeff.
Oh, ain't that sweet? Lilies.
How do you feel, Archie?
Well, not too bad considering, but I'll be glad to get away. You know, the last couple of days I've had kind of a boxed-in feeling.
Well, naturally.
Look, fellas, if you'll excuse me, I ain't got much time, and I got a lot of plans to make. I'm trying to figure out what place I should go to.
You got a choice?
Sure, but I ain't quite decided yet.
Ain't that kind of decided for you?
Not at all. I'm trying to figure out which place would be the least crowded.
Oh. Hey, got a housing problem there, too.
Sure, them places do big business all year round. Incidentally, gang, there'll be certain financial arrangements in connection with this little trip that,
Financial arrangements?
Yeah, you know, a guy like me likes to travel first class, you know, in a private compartment. In other words, I don't want a lot of other people piled in with me.
Yeah, especially strangers.
Yeah, that's right. So, I was wondering...
how much money you need?
Well, it depends. I suppose I could cut expenses a little.
How?
Well, I could go sitting up. But it still takes a little dough, you know.
No. Excuse me, Miss Archie.
Okay, Eddie.
Look, Finnegan, Miss Duffy.
Yeah.
The man needs a little money for a funeral.
I know what you're going to say, Eddie, and I think you're right. At a time like this, his friend should help him.
Yeah. But when you think of it, he ain't been such a bad guy.
Yeah, that's right. Besides, he might come back and put a curse on us. Look, how much will the funeral cost?
I don't know, but I'll put in a couple of dollars for the flowers.
Yeah, and I'll put in a couple of dollars towards the undertaker.
Well, I only got 2 bits, but at least it'll buy one of the handles.
Okay, let's tell him the good news. Mr. Archer.
Yes?
What I want to say is, we got together a little sinking fund for you.
Oh, gee. Thanks, fellas.
So we'd like you to take this money. It ain't much, but at least it'll be enough to cover you part of the way.
Gang, you know, this quickens me to the hilt. I really don't know what to say. Certainly am going to miss you all. Hey, maybe you'd like to come along with me.
Watch, there's a limit to friendship.
Well, anyway, I want you to know I sure appreciate it. And another thing, I want you to know that I'm going to pay this money back. Every cent of it.
When?
As soon as I return.
You coming back?
Well, of course.
Oh. Well, rap 3 times on the table so we'll know it's you.
up, Jake. Finnegan, what is all this nonsense? The way you people is acting, you think I was going to me grave.
Eddie, shall we tell him?
Yeah, but be diplomatic. To break it kind of gentle.
Oh, I'll be very gentle. The Arch, there's something we've been wanting to tell you.
Yes, Finnegan?
You're about to croak off.
What?
That's right, Miss Archer.
Don't be ridiculous, Eddie. It's going to be a long time before they bury me.
Maybe so, but for the next 3 days, don't lay down in your tuxedo.
Wait a minute. What's all this talk about dying?
Miss Archie, we felt that we really ought to tell you.
Well, certainly. Everybody in the neighborhood knows that you're going to die.
That's right, Arch, and you can't disappoint them.
Everybody in the neighborhood knows. How come I'm just finding out about it?
Well, you know the old saying, the corpse is always the last one to know.
Wait a minute. Hello? Oh. Waiter.
Who was that?
Cavendish, the undertaker.
What do you want?
Measurements. Miss Duffy, are these guys on a level with this talk about me dying?
Sorry, Archie, but it's true.
Well, how long did they give me?
Well, the smart money says 3 days.
3 days? Oh, no, it can't be.
You went for that physical checkup, didn't you?
Well, sure.
What did the doctor say?
Well, nothing much. I spoke to him on the phone. He said I should get peace and rest. Hey, wait a minute. Did he say peace and rest or rest and peace? Hey, wait a minute. There's another thing. No wonder he was in such a hurry to get his money. Eddie, this is terrible. The doctor must have told everybody but me.
He probably wanted to spare your feelings.
Well, how long did you say I got?
3 days.
3 days. Give me that phone.
Who you gonna call?
Peaches Latour to striptease. I'm going to make a date for Saturday night.
A date with Peaches your last night on Earth?
Eddie, you leave the world the way you want, and I'll leave the way I want. Hello? Hello, Peaches? Archie, what are you doing Saturday night? Well, I thought maybe you and me could go and have dinner and movie and maybe later on catch me funeral. Oh, haven't you heard? But, darling, the word is all over town. I'm dying by Saturday. Huh? So what about the date? You'd rather make it Sunday? Well, look, I'll try, but if I don't seem very affectionate, I hope you'll understand. Okay, Peaches, if I don't see you in the meantime, maybe I'll see you up in the great beyond on that little runway in the sky. Okay, Peaches. Poor kid, she's sure gonna miss me. Look, hold on to me arm, will you, Finnegan?
What's the matter, Arch?
Well, this pain, it's getting a lot worse.
What pain?
This disease of mine.
What kind of a disease is it, Arch, do you know?
Well, it's called hypo something or other. As I understand it, it's a rare disease not even known to man. In fact, the only time you ever run across it is in crossword puzzles.
I see. Nobody knows what it is, huh?
Nope. For years, the Rockefeller Foundation has been working day and night trying to perfect it. But they're still wandering in the dark.
But, Arch, you studied chemistry. Don't you even know what it is?
Well, I have my personal theory. You see, the way I figure it is, the blood, or as us chemists call it, the H2O, is composed of 2 parts, you see. First, there's the red corpuscles.
Yeah.
And then there's the white corpuscles, you see. Now, as we all know, these red corpuscles are rather prone to chase after the white corpuscles.
Why?
Well, it's like the birds and the bees.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, anyway, all this horsing around tends to start an internal combustion in the bloodstream. Well, when this bloodstream reaches high tide, It overflows into the elementary canal. Well, brother, once this happens, you're in trouble. Especially if it catches you between the fibia and the tibia.
Ain't there no cure for it?
Nope, I'm the first case to die from it. But it makes me feel that I haven't lived in vain, you know? At least I've been a guinea pig to humanity. Who knows? Someday people might scratch their tibias and say, holy cat, I got the Archie pox.
Hey, Art, you're shaking.
Yeah, I guess I am. Oh, it looks like this is it. Guess I'm a little ahead of schedule. I wonder what I ought to do in these last few moments.
Well, Art, your funeral is liable to be very fatiguing. Why don't you lay down and take a nap?
No, Finnegan, these last minutes I want to be with me friends. Matty, the fiddle, please. Lay me down here, boys. Come on, gang. Form a circle. Gang, it ain't often that a man dies, but this is one of those sad occasions. And I want you to know that I'm going to miss you. Finnegan, old pal.
Yeah.
Soon we'll be far apart. I'll be dead and you'll be... Well, I guess we won't be too far.
Arch, please don't go.
I have to, Finnegan. I've been called.
Arch, we've been good friends for a long time, right?
Right, Clifton?
Would you do me a favor?
Certainly, old pal.
Well, I'd like your permission to... Well, could I...
Get to the point, old man. Could you what?
Arch, could I have you stuffed?
No, Finnegan, I'm sorry, old man, but I'd rather you remembered me just the way I am. Well, gang, I guess there's nothing left to be said. So I'd like to take this opportunity to bow out.
Miss Duffy, quick! Get down to the corner and see if you can get Dr. Compton.
Okay.
Boys, I'm afraid this is goodbye.
Bye, Arch.
Bye, Finnegan.
Goodbye, Mr. Archie.
Bye, Eddie. Well, guess this is it.
Poor Arch. He's gone.
Oh, by the way, I think it'd be nice if, before I go, somebody would say a few kind words over me remains.
Well, I'll take a stab at it, Arch.
Thanks, Finnegan.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Billy beloved, on this sad occasion, I want you to know,
Finnegan, I ain't got much time.
Oh, don't be in such a rush. On this occasion, I would like to drink a toast.
Thank you, Clifton.
To Arch. Here's mud in your eyes.
What?
I'm sorry, Arch.
Well, all right, I understand. Well, boys, I'm getting weaker by the moment. Better gather in a little closer. I want to save me breath for the death rattle. Well, so long, gang. Hello. Look, Duffy, don't bother me. I'm busy dying. Well, goodbye, gang.
Hold it, Arch. Here comes Miss Duffy with the doctor.
Now, what is all this about? Where is the patient? Oh. Say, he is dead.
No, I'm Finnegan. That's the corpse over there.
Let me feel his pulse.
It's too late, Doc. I ain't got no pulse left.
Just a minute. Mm-hmm. Exactly what I thought. Archie, there's only one thing wrong with you.
What is it, Doctor?
You don't pay your bills.
You mean I'm alive?
Of course.
Not a thing in the world wrong with you.
Finnegan, Eddie, did you hear that? I'm alive.
Now, Archie, about my bill.
Yeah?
As I told you, I'm going to give you exactly 3 days to pay it.
3 days to pay the... So that's what you were talking about on the telephone.
I don't know what you're talking about. Quiet, Miss Duffy. Look, Doc, stop worrying. I got the dough. Here.
Archie, that's the money we put up for the funeral.
Yeah, if you ain't gonna die, at least give us our dough back. But that interest.
Now, just a minute, gang. Before you get mad, I wish you'd listen to the old philosophy. You know, it's more blessed to give than to receive. And you'll find that in giving, you yourselves have begat. In other words, do unto others, and you will find the road to happiness.
Drop dead.
Men, the quickest way to discover something better is to try it. That's why I want you to try Benex Brushless Shave Cream. Benex is the new wonder shave with a sensational beard-softening formula that has brought better shaving to thousands of men.
Benex Brushless leaves your face feeling extra smooth and comfortable.
And Benex doesn't clog your razor or drain either.
But don't take our word for it. Just try Benex yourself. Get a tube at your nearest drug counter.
Or we'll send you a trial tube free. Write your name and address on a postcard and mail to Benex, B-E-N-E-X, Box 433, New York, 46, New York.
Remember, buy Benex Brushless. Or try it free by writing Benex, Box 433, New York, 46. Hurry. Offer limited.
Now to leave Duffy's Tavern for this evening, but let's meet here again at the same time next Wednesday. Duffy's Tavern is brought to you by Vitalis for well-groomed hair and Trouche, the hand lotion with the beforehand extra. Each Wednesday, Bristol Myers brings you Duffy's Tavern and Mr. District Attorney, which follows immediately over most of these stations.
This is NBC, the national broadcasting company.
Trouche, the hand lotion with the beforehand extra, and Vitalis for well-groomed hair bring you Duffy's Tavern, starring Archie himself, Ed Gardner. Here's the proven way to keep your hair well-groomed. The way successful men in both sports and business keep their hair looking its very best. It's Vitalis and the 60-second workout. See how the Vitalis workout helps your hair, stimulates your scalp. See how it prevents dryness, routs loose dandruff, and helps check excessive falling hair. And see how Vitalis keeps your hair handsome and healthy looking with never a trace of a greasy patent leather shine. For there's not a single drop of mineral oil in Vitalis. So try Vitalis and the 60-second workout. You'll like it, and you'll like what it does for the looks of your hair.
Hello, Duffy's Tavern, where the elite meet to eat. Archie the manager speaking. Duffy ain't here. Oh, hello, Duffy. Oh, nothing new. The letter carrier was just in, delivered a stack of poison pen letters. Yeah, bills.
Well, so much for the bulk of the mail. Now for the complaints. There's a letter here from the Department of Sanitation. Yeah, they say we'll have to do something about the garbage, Duffy. Yeah, they claim it ate a hole through the bottom of their truck. Oh, look, I'll call you back. What else have we got, Eddie?
Well, here's a personal letter to you from the finance company.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they say if you don't settle up right away, they're going to throw you in jail.
Oh, yeah? What else did they say?
I don't know. I ain't opened it yet.
Damn finance companies. When you first go to them, they're as sweet as pie. Just overlook a couple of years' payments and you find out their real character. Hey, wait a minute. Look at here. A letter from the Ritz-Carlton. Hey, who do I know lives at the Ritz-Carlton? Let's see. Yeah, dear Archie, haven't seen you since our old days at PS4, but have often thought about you. Many's the time I think about our old class motto, sic in hoc transit hospice.
What does that mean?
Nothing, it's Latin. It was our class code. We'll be down to see you at the Tavern tonight. Signed, your old classmate, Willie Gundig. Willie Gundig. I wonder if I'll recognize him. It's been such a long time since I was in school.
Yeah. And you was there such a short time.
Willie Gundig. Living at the Ritz-Carlton.
Good friend of yours?
Well, no. Him and me never hit it off too good, Eddie. He was always rubbing it in because he got better marks than me. I happen to know it was because he cheated.
Cheated?
Yeah, he studied. Living at the Ritz-Carlton. I never could stand that guy. Always thought he was such a big shot just because his old man owned his own push cart. Always walking around with his nose in the air like he was smelling something bad. Hello, Finnegan. Finnegan, guess who I just got a letter from?
General Smuts?
No.
Well, then I give up. Look, can you give me a clue?
Well, okay. He was in PS4 with us, and his initials is WG.
George Washington?
Wrong again, Finnegan. It's Willie Gundig.
Willie Gundig.
You remember him. Remember the guy was always being punished for putting the girl's hair in the inkwells, tying the cans on dogs' tails, putting tacks on the teacher's chair?
Yeah.
Well, Willie Gundig was the guy that always squealed on me.
Oh, that's Willie Gundig.
Yeah. The guy the yearbook said was the most likely to succeed. Hey, wait a minute. I wonder if I still got that yearbook here in the safe.
Good old PS... Poor? Yeah, poor. Wonderful school, Eddie. What memories it brings back?
That was the good old days, huh?
Yeah, they don't make days like that no more.
Well, here we are, Finnegan, our old yearbook. Hey, look at this picture here. Remember these guys?
No.
You don't?
No, that was the graduating class.
Yeah, but look at them now, huh? What a tough bunch of kids that was.
Really tough, huh?
Eddie, we used to eat the apples and bring the teacher the worms. Yes, sir. Any kid that was in PS4 didn't have a broken nose was either the principal or a new pupil.
That's it. How come the kids are staying around in the shirt sleeves with all that snow on the ground?
Eddie, that ain't snow. That's teeth.
Tell me something. Who's the girl on the end with the black eye?
The teacher. Hey, wait a minute. There he is.
Who?
That jerk, that Willie Gundig.
I see. Oh, it says, yeah, he was voted the student most likely to succeed.
Yeah.
Well, where's your picture, Miss Archie?
Somewhere there. It's hardly worth looking for, though. It's a very bad picture.
Hey, wait a minute, Art. Here it is on the next page.
Anybody want to see pictures of the girls' volleyball team?
No. We want to see your picture.
Oh, well, here it is.
Miss Archie, your thumb.
What about it?
It's covering what you was most likely to.
Oh. Sorry.
What does it say, Eddie?
Archie, the man most likely to be a failure.
Must have been a misprint.
I don't know. Willie Gundig's living at the Ritz-Carlton.
Yeah, you know, I'm just thinking. I bet you that Willie Gundig himself wrote them most likely to's there. He's always jealous of me, you know, because of me and Alice Vanderwater.
Alice Vanderwater?
Yeah, the prettiest girl in the school.
Oh, yeah, I remember her, Art. The tall, skinny, bow-legged dame with the buck teeth.
Okay, so she was the second prettiest girl in the school.
Yeah.
I just ran into Alice Vanderwater the other day over on Avenue A.
Oh, really, Miss Duffy?
Yeah.
Is she married?
Yeah. She married Elmer Zinser.
Elmer Zinser, huh?
Yeah. And guess what? They got 15 kids.
15 kids?
Yeah. But I don't think she's very happy.
Tell me, why?
She says she can't stand Elmer.
Hey, wait a minute, Art. Ain't this my picture?
Where? Oh, yeah. Finnegan, what was you doing with the debating team?
Art, what do you think they was debating about?
Hey, wait a minute. Here's one that brings back old memories, though. The old baseball team. We sure had a great ball team that year, didn't we, Finnegan?
Boy, I'll say. Look, there's Lefty Schultz, a first baseman.
Yeah, and Lefty Ryan, a shortstop.
Yeah, Lefty McManus, the catcher. Lefty Shapiro, the center fielder.
Yeah. Georgie Baker, the third baseman.
Georgie Baker? How come he wasn't left-handed?
He was. We just ran out of nicknames. By the way, Finnegan, tell Eddie who was the star of that team.
Oh, you tell him, Art.
Well, I don't like to brag.
Oh, come on, Lefty, tell me.
Well, Eddie, I'll never forget the day we played PS6 for the Division C championship. Get this, Eddie. Get the drama. I'm pitching for PS4, see? It's the ninth inning. There's 2 out, and the bags is loaded, see? Up to the plate comes home run Feigenbaum. The heaviest hitter on PS6. So I give him a cool look in the eye for a couple of minutes, and I start me wind-up, see? Eddie, I threw 3 straight strikes at him. The guy never got his bat off his shoulder. I'm telling you, the crowd went nuts.
That strikeout won the game for PS4, huh?
Not exactly. They nosed us out 43-0. All on account of that Willie Gundig dropping that high fly in the second inning. The guy most likely to succeed. Happens a lot of other PS4 guys succeeded, too.
Oh, Archie, stop bragging. You know that PS4 turned out nothing but bums.
Oh, yeah? What about Al Peters, for instance?
Who's he?
Only the chief herring salter at the Fulton Fish Market. And what about Henry Shaw?
Another success?
Nearly the head of the Will Call Department of Feinberg's Tiny Tots Toggery Shop. And what about Gus Christopoulos, the famous television actor?
A famous television actor?
Ain't lost a fall in 15 straight bouts. And they pick Willie Gundig as the most likely to succeed.
Miss Archie, here comes Joe Moran, the radio announcer. Hey, well, wasn't he one of your pals at PS4?
Oh, sure. Hiya, Joe.
Hiya, Lefty.
Hey, Joe, we were just going over the old yearbook here. You remember Willie Gundig?
Willie Gundy? Yeah. Whatever happened to him?
He's living at the Ritz-Carlton.
Say, that's swell. I'm always glad to hear that one of the old gang made good.
Yeah, me too.
Say, I wonder if Willie knows that I am now a radio announcer.
Well, if he don't, I'll break it to him gentle. I'll tell him first that you're dead.
Hey, Art, is Joe's picture here in the yearbook?
Yeah, let's see. Oh, yeah, here you are, Joe.
What a silly picture. Look at me with my mouth wide open.
Yeah, even them days you look like a radio announcer. Look, why do you guys have to open your mouths anyhow, Joe?
What do you mean?
Well, people never listen to them commercials. Why don't you just save your breath and read them silent to yourself?
But, Arch, if people listening heard nothing but silence, what would they think?
That radio had at last been perfected.
Oh, look, Arch, that's silly. You mean I should just stand there and move my lips?
Why not? Go ahead, just move your lips and see if I can tell what you're saying.
Well, okay.
Touche is the different hand lotion?
Right.
It not only keeps hands feeling smoother, looking lovelier all the time.
Absolutely right.
Wait a minute, you stuttered a bit. Oh! He stuttered a bit.
Okay, we both stuttered a bit.
Okay, well, what was it you said? We got to get this thing in here.
All right, you want to know what I said?
What did you say?
All right. Trouche also has a unique beforehand extra that protects hands from chapping.
Okay, try another one.
Right.
As long as Trouche is on your hands, they're guarded against painful chapping.
That's right.
Water chapping as well as weather chapping.
Arch, I didn't say that.
Well, I didn't want to make you seem like a blabbermouth. But that's all aside to the point, Joe. Tell me something. Look, when Willie Gundy gets here, what can I do to impress him that I am also a big success?
You could hide. You know, Arch, you sound like you're sore at Willie Gundy.
Me sore? Why? Just because he's living at the Ritz-Carlton? I'm glad he's a success. Good luck to him. But don't give him too much credit. Don't forget, success is all in the breaks.
What do you mean it's all in the break?
Well, take me 9 years ago when I answered Duffy's ad for a busboy.
What about it?
If I had looked 2 inches to the left, I'd have seen that ad for an expert suspension bridge engineer.
What do you know about being a suspension bridge engineer?
What did I know about being a busboy? What I say, it's all in the breaks. Now, look, Eddie. When Willie gets here, I want you to bear me out in one little white lie, huh?
What's the white lie?
I'm going to tell him I'm a millionaire.
Yeah, then how you going to explain to him why you're working as a bartender?
I'm eccentric.
Yeah, but them clothes of yours, how you going to explain all them spots?
Money stains. Wait a minute. Why couldn't I have me stockbroker come in and tell me what a fortune I just made, huh?
Who's going to be the stockbroker?
Well, let me see. Who could, Eddie, I know what you're thinking, but who else is there? Look, Finnegan, when Willie Gundy gets here tonight, I want you to tell him that you're a big stockbroker from Wall Street, see?
What's Wall Street?
Well, it's sort of an unsocial pyramid club.
Look, Ike, if I'm going to be a broker, shouldn't I know something about stocks?
Believe me, you know as much about them as anybody. But just in case, I'll try to explain to you quickly how the market works. You see, the dollar, or as it was originally known as the wampum, It was used as barter until the gold standard came in, see? Now, this change didn't take place just overnight. It took many years of civilization for the dollar to get up to as little value as it has today. Now, to continue, as you probably know...
Art, let's not take anything for granted.
Okay. As you probably don't know...
That's better.
All business is based on money, you see. Now, when you have money, it's called capital. When you're trying to get it, it's called labor. This is what they call the Dow Jones averages. In other words, when you buy stocks and they go up, you get a seat on the stock exchange.
Gee, but what happens if the stocks go down?
Then you lose your seat.
Well, look, if you lose your seat, where do you sit?
You sit on a thing called the curb. Any further questions?
Yeah.
What?
How can I be a stockbroker when I can only count up to 10?
With stocks the way they are today, you don't have to count any higher. That is, unless you happen to be Willie Gundig. He'd probably come rolling down here in a big car. Wait a minute, a big car. Eddie, call Mutual 95000.
Who was that, the laughing Lithuanian or the chuckling Czech?
Eddie, quit making up names. Now, give me the phone. Hello? I'd like to talk to Nick, please. Yes, the giggling Greek. Hello, Nick. This is Archie from Duffy's Tavern. Send over a Cadillac limousine, will you? The money? Look, Nick, if I buy the car, you'll get the money. Okay. Eddie, I don't think that car will look right standing outside the tavern without a chauffeur. I said I don't think the car will look right standing outside the tavern without a chauffeur.
Now, wait, whoa. See, I was hired as a waiter.
You can also be fired as a waiter. Well?
Will you be needing the car today, sir?
That's better. I'll show that Willie Gundig.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm looking for the gentleman who ordered the new limousine.
I am that millionaire.
You?
You see any other millionaires around? Come on, chauffeur. Leave us go outside and take a look at the car.
Well, there she is, gentlemen. A brand new 1949.
Ziggity. Man, with a car like that, I could be the alley con of Harlem.
Just a second, young man. Looks ain't everything. You know, a car is like a dame. It's what's under the hood that counts. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to check the motor.
Check the motor? Look, Bud, this is a 1949 Cadillac.
I am not impressed by sales talk. If you don't mind, I'd like to look over the motor myself.
Okay, if you insist.
Oh, let me lift up the hood here. Yeah. Looks like a pretty good motor.
You're looking in the trunk compartment. Bud, the motor is up at the other end of the car.
Oh. Just wanted to see if you knew your business. Now, tell me, is this the model with the hydrochloride clutch?
The what?
Well, I'll try to put it simply. What is the horsepower?
It's 160.
On what basis is that computed?
Well, it's figured on the basis of 550 foot-pounds in 1 second or 33,000 foot-pounds in 1 minute.
I'm afraid you haven't answered my question. What I'm trying to find out is, does this horsepower have Timken bearings?
I give up.
See, Eddie, I got him stumped. Let's see here. Yeah, see, they got a new type carburetor.
Bud, that's the horn.
Oh. Oh, yes. This is the carburetor over here.
That's the battery.
Wait a minute. Here's a cute little gadget. Hey, what's that thing?
That? Well, that mixes gasoline with air to form a vapor that explodes when injected into the cylinders.
Oh, really? What do they call it?
The carburetor.
You was doing better in the trunk rack.
You was in there with me, I think. Look, young man, just leave the car parked here at the curb for a few hours, and I'll take it over. By the way, what's the price?
$6,000.
Mm-hmm. Only 12,000 payments, and she's yours.
Yeah, it's worth it, though, just to burn up that Willie Gundy. Well, look, young man, as I say, I'll take it over. Just leave it parked there in front of the tavern for a few hours until I make up my mind, huh?
Okay. But you don't mind if I take the key, do you?
Not at all. Just be sure that you leave the price tag on in a prominent place.
What you doing, Mr. Archie?
Hanging up some pictures. I'll show that Willie Gundig. Look at this autograph here, Eddie, huh?
Let's see. Sorry, Archie, but I'm marrying for love. Money isn't everything. Signed, Rita Hayworth.
Me, the man most likely to be a failure. Give me another tack, will you?
There you are.
I want to hang up this map of the world. Yeah. How's that look, Eddie?
Let me see. To Archie, thanks for the loan. Signed, France, Italy, and Great Britain.
And that's the same Archie that was voted the most likely to be a failure. Wait till that guy gets here. Between me stockbroker, me chauffeur, me Cadillac, and them autographs, I'll have that Willie Gundig borrowing money from me. Hey, wait a minute. This looks like him coming in now. Willie?
Archie?
Yeah.
You ain't changed a bit.
I wouldn't say that. So you're Willie Gundig, the man voted most likely to succeed, huh?
That's right, Arch. You remember that, huh?
I certainly did.
Arch, tell me, do you remember the time that...
I remember it very well.
Well, it's great to see you again, Arch.
Thank you. I noticed your letter was wrote on Ritz-Carlton stationery.
Yeah, that's what I was going to talk to you about.
Don't brag about it. There's a couple of other guys that are doing okay, too. Did you see that limousine outside?
Yeah?
It's mine.
Well, I'm glad to hear you're doing so well, Arch. As for me?
Just a second. Oh, James.
Yes, my lord.
Better put the limousine in the garage and get out the convertible. It's beginning to look like rain.
Okay, sire.
James is me chauffeur, you know, Willie.
Oh, a chauffeur, huh?
Yes. Oh, by the way, James.
Yes, sir.
When I go for my usual drive in the park today, be sure to cover me with me buffalo robe. And take care to tuck me in with the fur side towards me.
What? Why?
Well, you always keep the fur side closest to you. Know it's warmer that way.
Uh-huh. Too bad the buffalo didn't know that.
That'll be all, James. Now, Willie, enough about my fabulous success. Tell me about yourself.
Well, I'll tell you, Arch.
That Cadillac, you know, cost $6,000.
Well, it's sure a surprise, Arch. You know, I always thought you'd end up... Well, you remember what the yearbook said about you.
Leave us in that park at Sleeping Dogs. Now, where was we? Oh, yes, you was talking about what a big shot you was.
Well...
excuse me a minute. Oh, stockbroker,
Chief.
Have we heard anything from the Secretary of the Treasury?
Yeah, he says he wants you to send in your taxes. The government needs the money.
Oh, how much is me taxes?
$500,000.
Okay, go down to the bank and get it. Wait a minute, forget the bank. Take it out of petty cash. Well, Willie, tell me, how are things with you? Just a second. Oh, stockbroker.
Yeah?
What's the latest on the ticker?
The doctor says not to worry. It's just gas.
My broker was slightly stunned in the crash of 29, you know. But enough about me and my sensational success. Tell me about you, Willie. How you doing?
Well, frankly, Arch, I could use $10.
Oh, stockbroker. What did you say, Willie?
I could use $10.
You mean you're broke?
Yeah.
But how can you be broke and live at the Ritz-Carlton?
I don't live there. I just work there. That is until yesterday.
Then why did you write your letter in their stationery just to look like a big shot?
Well, I can explain that, Arch.
Willie, if there's anything I hate, it's a phony.
Arch, don't get sore. I just thought maybe for old time's sake you could let me have $10. It wouldn't mean anything much to a guy like you.
Oh, it can't, like. I guess $10 ain't gonna break a man of my means. James.
Find some other means.
Yeah, you really need the 10, huh, Willie?
I sure could use it.
Okay, kid. Here, here's $10.
Thanks, Arch. You're still a great guy. And if I run into any of the old gang, I'm sure going to tell them what you did for me.
Please, just tell the ones with money. Well, nice to have seen you again, Willie. Sick in hot transit hospice.
So long, Arch.
So long, kid. Good old Willie. Nice guy, Eddie. I always liked him. Used to be a failure, and here he has to come to me for a lousy $10. Ain't it funny how life sometimes works out?
Men, the quickest way to discover something better is to try it. That's why I want you to try Benex Brushless Shave Cream. Benex is the new wonder shave with a sensational beard-softening formula that has brought better shaving to thousands of men.
Benex Brushless leaves your face feeling extra smooth and comfortable.
And Benex doesn't clog your razor or drain either.
But don't take our word for it. Just try Benex yourself. Get a tube at your nearest drug counter.
Or we'll send you a trial tube free. Write your name and address on a postcard and mail to Benex, B-E-N-E-X, Empire State Building, New York, 1, New York.
Remember, buy Benex Brushless. Or try it free by writing Benex, Empire State Building, New York. Hurry, offer limited.
This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
For well-groomed hair and Trouchet, the hand lotion with the beforehand extra, bring you Duffy's Tavern, starring Archie himself, Ed Gardner. Listen, this is important to every woman. Get more from your hand lotion by getting Trouchet, for Trouchet is the different hand lotion with the beforehand extra. Trouchet not only makes your hands feel softer and smoother, but Trouchet's unique beforehand extra actually chap-proofs your hands, too. As long as Trouchet is on your hands while you're doing dishes or while you're outdoors, your hands will be protected against that red, rough condition known as chapping. Water chapping as well as weather chapping. And you can continue this protection during prolonged exposure by using Trouchet frequently. So for softer, lovelier, chap-proof hands, begin today to use Trouchet.
Hello, Duffy's Tavern, where the elite meat to eat. Archie, the manager, speaking. Duffy ain't here. Oh, hello, Duffy. What's new? You going on a vacation with Mrs. Duffy? Gonna get away from it all, huh? Duffy, that ain't getting away from it all. That's taking it all with you. Where are you going? Huh? Florida? You mean the place where California sunshine goes to spend the winter? I'm only kidding, Duffy. In California, I'm kidding. Huh? You going swimming? Horseback riding? Horseback riding? Duffy, remember the last time Mrs. Duffy rode a horse? She couldn't sit down and the horse couldn't stand up. Now, look, about my vacation, huh? But, Duffy, look, Duffy, you work me 7 days a week, 52 weeks a year. I'm telling you, if I was a horse, they'd throw you in jail. Huh? Okay. This is the last straw. This is the hump that breaks the camel's back. Bad cesty on your vacation. What a job.
Well, Miss Archie, what you complaining about? At least you eating and sleeping.
Yeah, but what and where? Believe me, Eddie, in this job I can see very little future to be a millionaire. Now, be honest, ain't it struck you as peculiar that a guy of my charm and talent ain't already rich?
Well, now that you mention it, no. Look, Miss Archie, now you don't seem to realize it takes a lot of things for a guy to make $1 million.
Like what?
Understanding of political economy.
Proceed ahead.
A working knowledge of income taxes.
Go on.
Keen insight into the fluctuations of the investment market.
Go on.
Hard work.
So what's wrong with $500,000?
I like the nerve of your gratitude.
In what respect?
The way you talk about my father. Don't you know that Papa looks on you as one of the family?
And I hate him, too.
Oh, what's the use? You're enough to make a person sick to his or her stomach.
Let's understand each other. It ain't that I hate your father, although I do. It's just that I got to get out in the world and try to make some dough.
Oh, that's the trouble with you. All you think about is money. Money don't bring you happiness.
Well, maybe not, but it puts you in a pretty good bargaining position. Why shouldn't I make money? I got as much brains as the next guy.
All right.
Finnegan?
What you doing?
I'm trying to figure out here how to make $1 million.
Well, it's simple, Arch. All you got to do is make $2 million and lose $1.
Well, how do you make the $2 million?
Arch, when we solve that, we got the problem licked. But never mind, it can be done.
How?
Well, take me Uncle Herman. Made a fortune and started on nothing but a shoestring.
How'd he make the fortune?
Selling shoestrings.
Oh.
Yeah, but he lost it when the bottom suddenly fell out of the shoestring market.
Yeah, now when was that?
When the button shoe came in. But right away, just like that, he made another fortune in the food business.
In the food business?
Yeah. You see, it was his idea to have carrier pigeons instead of mailmen.
Carrier pigeons instead of mail? How does this affect the food business?
When you get hungry, you send yourself a letter and eat the mailman.
Sounds yummy. Did your uncle invent any more brilliant things like this?
Oh, sure. He was the guy that invented the horseless carriage.
Your uncle invented the automobile?
No. He invented a carriage without a horse.
But if the carriage ain't pulled by a horse, how does it run?
Goats. Yeah, that's the only way to really make dough. Invent something.
Yeah, I think you gave me the mucus of an idea. Hey, you see, now what ain't been invented yet?
Now, Miss Archie, you know you don't know nothing about inventing things.
So what? What did the Jukes family know before they invented the jukebox? Let's see here.
Hi, Arch, old pal.
Well, Slippery McGuire, I didn't know you was in town.
I just got out. I just got in.
Oh, yeah? Where you been?
On a vacation. 30 days. But enough about me, Arch. What have you been doing with yourself?
Oh, same old thing. Still fooling around with me inventions.
Oh, have you patented anything yet?
Frankly, no.
You haven't? Then, Arch, don't waste time inventing stuff. The real dough is in the patents.
Yeah, huh? I didn't think anybody ever got a patent. I thought them things was just things that was always pending.
Arch, you trust me, don't you?
Oh, sure, Slip.
Forget the inventing. Get a patent.
But what could I patent?
Come here. Are you listening?
Yeah.
Do you know that nobody's taken out a patent on electricity?
Slip. Say it again.
Do you realize that there's no patent on electricity? And that if a well-known inventor like you should apply for a patent...
Slip, I'm beginning to see the light.
See the light? Oh, what a mind! Arch, what a team you and Edison would have made. He had a great sense of humor, too.
Mm-hmm.
But we got to act fast. Now, you got to get busy and grab that patent on electricity before somebody beats you to it.
Well, do you think it's honest, though?
Arch, I'm sure Edison would have wanted it that way.
Yeah, huh?
Quick, now, give me the phone. We'll make sure.
Okay, here you are.
Hello, Washington? Patent office? Clever Ideas Department, please. Hello, George? Slippery speaking. Look, I want you to make a thorough search of your records and see if electricity has ever been patented. Yeah, I'll hold on. What's that? It hasn't? Hold the wire. Do you want it or not, Arch?
It's a deal.
Hello, George. Register it quick. Yep. The inventor's name is Archie. Thanks a lot, kid. Well, old pal, this is a solemn moment.
You mean?
Arch, you own electricity.
Have a cigar.
Thanks. Now, look, if you let me have the $10...
The $10? What for?
Edison would have wanted it that way.
Eddie, lay off, will you? What's the $10 for, Slippery?
Well, Arch, you don't want a patent worth millions of dollars for nothing, do you?
Well, naturally not. Okay, here's the $10, Slip. Hey, I'm just thinking, what a dope.
Who?
That Benjamin Franklin. He invents the stuff, and here I wind up owning it.
Well, Arch, he wasn't as shrewd a businessman as you are.
I guess not. How could a thing like that happen, though?
Didn't you ever hear the story?
No.
Old Ben was out there flying his kite, you see, when he discovered electricity, and in the excitement of the moment, he lost his head, and instead of patenting electricity, he took out a patent on the kite.
Oh, what a jerk. No wonder they called him Poor Richard.
Well, Arch, I guess I'd better run down and file these papers with my attorney. See you later.
Okay, Slip. Holy cat. The Tsar electricity. The king of the kilowatts.
Look, Your Majesty.
Yeah?
Got a message here from one of your subjects.
From one of my subjects, who?
The electric company. They say that either we pay the bill or they turn off the light. Now, what do we do?
Ignore the vassals. Tell them if they send me one more bill, they're out of business. What a break, though, huh, Eddie? Who would ever think that I'd wind up owning electricity?
Yeah, I always connected you more with natural gas.
Just imagine it. A monopoly on electricity.
Yeah. Make a fortune. There's no competition.
Except candles and glowworms.
Art, would you mind explaining this invention of yours?
Electricity?
Yeah.
Well, I'll try to. You see, in the old days, Finnegan, our ancestors used to get it from rubbing the backs of cats, you see. But as time progressed forwardly, these cats wore out, so nature was forced to invent the wall socket. Is this clear to you?
Except for one thing.
What?
When you talk, what makes your Adam's apple go up and down like that?
I'll try to be clearer. Yeah. Look, you see that light switch on the wall?
Yeah.
You see that bulb up on the ceiling?
Yeah.
Well, the stuff in between them is called electricity.
Thanks, Arch. Boy, what an Adam's apple.
Well, Arch, I just talked to my patent attorney, and he... Oh, hello, Eddie.
Hi, Kingfish.
Well, Arch, the attorney says we got to issue stock certificates.
I don't get it.
We got to start a corporation.
I still don't get it, then.
Well, Arch, we need more money.
Get it?
Why do we need more money?
Edison would have wanted it that way.
Excuse me a minute. Hello, Duffy's Tavern, Archie, the electrical maggot speaking. Oh, yes, so hold the wire. It's for you, Slip.
Oh, thanks, Arch. Hello? Oh, yes, I'll ask him. Arch, Mayor O'Dwyer wants to know about the lights on Broadway.
What about them?
Do you want them on or off?
Tell them to keep them burning. The show must go on.
Hello? Permission granted.
Thanks, Slip.
Now, Arch, as my attorney was saying, we need a little extra money.
Hello? Okay, just a minute. Another call for you.
Thanks. Hello? Oh, yes, Warden. Yeah. Well, I'll have to ask the president of our company. Arch, the warden up at Sing Sing, wants to know if it's okay for them to use a little extra current tonight.
For how long?
Oh, about 30 seconds.
Tell them it's okay.
Warden, throw the switch. Arch, that was sweet of you.
Well, you know, you gotta live and let live. Now, what was you saying about your attorney?
He says we gotta get these blueprints printed.
I thought you said stock certificates.
Oh, did I? Well, anyway, they're gonna cost us $3.
$3? Well, okay, Slip, here. You got me last nickel, but believe me, it's worth it. Electricity.
Thanks. Now, look, you better get busy and start selling some stock so we can get this monopoly up on the big board.
Okay, Slip, I'll get going right away. Holy cow. Wall Street. The big board. Eddie, just think. I'm a public utility. Just like American can. American can and maternity ward. Yeah, now all I need is a sales force to go out and sell their stock.
Hi, Arch.
Well, Joe Moran. Joe, guess what I just sewed up?
What?
A terrific thing that everybody uses.
Vitalis?
No.
Trouchet?
No.
What else is there?
Joe, you are talking to the owner of electricity.
Arch, have you blown a fuse?
If I have, kid, it's paying me royalties. Now, look, I'm looking for a salesman. Joe, how would you like to sell some stock in a hot monopoly?
Why not, Arch? I'm a natural to sell electricity. Everybody says I'm a live wire.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
What's that?
I'm trying to decide between you and Finnegan. Look, Joe, before I give you this job, I'd like to test you as a salesman. Now, say, for instance, I'm one of them big, busy, important executives like they have, you know. I'm there in me office, sitting on me pomposity, and you come in to sell me stuff. What do you say?
Well, I'd say, how do you do, sir? I'm Joe Moran, a former radio announcer.
That sounds like progress. Get to the point, though.
Well, sir, how would you like to buy something that would pay you big dividends?
Sounds like a very good investment. Now, tell me, whom are your satisfied clientels?
Well, for one, Stan Musial, the famous baseball player.
He takes from you?
Of course.
Stocks?
No, Vitalis. You see, he likes Vitalis because it tames down dry, hard-to-manage hair.
Look, Joe, what has this got to do with investments?
Arch, what better investment in good grooming could you make than a bottle of Vitalis?
Leave us get back to the stocks.
Okay. Sir, I'm sure that a smart businessman like you knows that Vitalis will keep your hair handsome and healthy-looking. You know, well-groomed, without a greasy patent leather shine. Why? Because there's not a single drop of mineral oil in Vitalis.
Look, son, I'm a busy man.
Busy? Then you're just the man to use Vitalis and the famous 60-second workout.
Mm-hmm. Joe, did you say you're a former radio announcer?
Yes.
You are now a former electrical stock salesman. Now, please, take a short circuit. Hello? Oh, yes? Huh? Either I pay the bill or you what? Oh, yeah? Just for that remark, you're out of business.
Who was that?
A former electric light company.
Well, Arch, I'm back.
For how much?
$5.
What for?
Well, Arch, I'm sorry, but I have a confession to make. You know that patent I got?
Yeah.
Arch, I hate to tell you this.
What is it?
I forgot D.C.
You forgot D.C.? You mean all we get is B.C.?
Arch, don't rub it in. I feel bad enough already.
But, Slip, I ain't got $5. I'll have to give you an IOU.
Arch, you can't.
Why not?
Well, you know an IOU isn't any good.
What do you mean?
I've given you dozens of them, haven't I?
Yeah.
Was there a single one of them was any good?
No.
There you are.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Okay, here's the $5.
Thanks, Arch. Have you sold any stock yet?
Well, I ain't been able to find no salesman.
Well, why don't you do it yourself?
Me? A big electrical tycoon? You want me to run around like an electrical full of brush man?
But, Arch, nobody else has your personality. Why don't you get on the phone and try it?
Okay, Slip. I guess I do have a lot of personality at that. Hello? Hello, Chinley's Laundry? Hello, Chin. Was machst du?
Was machst du?
He changed his name for business purposes, sir. Look, Chin, this is Archie. How you like buy Velly Glud stock in Velly Glud Company? Yes, sell you electrical stock. Yeah, very cheap. Okay, Chin. Chop, chop. Hello? Schimmelbacher's Bakery? Herr Schimmelbacher, please. Hello, Schim. Herr Archie. How is bei you the Hausfrau? Gut. Schimmelbacher, ich habe ein Electrical Holding Company mit sehr gut Stock. Kennen Sie to buy some? Good enough. Now, Schimmelbacher, tell me that son-in-law of yours, O'Casey, you think he'd be after liking to buy a few shares himself, Begara? Hello, Russian Kretschmer. Comrade Archie. Duffy's Tavern. Yeah. How you like to buy stock and increase your, you should pardon the expression, capital? Finnegan, did you see Schimmelbacher?
Yeah.
Chinley?
Yeah.
The Kretschmer?
Yeah.
Did you collect the dough for the stocks?
Yeah.
How much?
9 fingers and 22 toes.
$31.
Yeah. Here it is, George.
Look at that, Eddie. 31 smackers. Boy, that electricity is a... Huh? Hey, what happened? The lights went out.
Yeah. It's pitch dark in here.
Miss Duffy, did you turn the lights off?
Of course not.
Then who did?
Dare I suggest that it was the electric light company?
You mean because I didn't pay 5 lousy bills, they turned the lights out?
You was expecting maybe a medal?
The nerve of them. Me that holds the patents on electricity, turning the lights off on me for a lousy $9.23.
Arch, how come it's so dark in here?
Who's that?
Slippery McGuire.
Oh, glad to hear you. Sorry, Slip, but they turned the lights off on us. But forget about that. Did you see our attorney?
Yep, I did. He says we have to have a partner to form an international electrical cartel. Now, you'll have to sign these papers as the sole owner of electricity.
Okay. Finnegan, light a match, will you? Got to sign these important papers here. Hey, just a minute, Slip. Who's me partner in this cartel?
Come here till I whisper.
Who?
The Ali Khan.
Slip, how did you ever get a guy like that?
I happen to have an important contact in Hollywood.
Oh. Say no more, Slip. Me and the Alicant partners in the International Electric Cartel. Finnegan, light another match, will you?
Tell me, Arch, did somebody stock?
Yep, $31 worth that. Now, what'll it cost to start this cartel?
Well, with this Ali Khan as our partner, we'll only have to put up 4,000 rupees.
How much is that?
$31. And with that $31, Arch, we'll make $1 million. You got the map of the world here?
Yeah, you got a flashlight?
No.
Eddie, get me a candle, will you?
It's too dark there. I can't find a candle.
Oh, okay, Finnegan, light another match. Now, here's a map of the world here. Hold a little higher, Finnegan. Now, let's divvy it up, Slip. Now, I'll take Africa, Asia, and Madagascar. And the Alekhine can have,
Miss Archie, I found the candle.
Oh, good. Light it, Finnegan.
Sorry, Archie, I'm out of matches.
Okay, I'll light it myself. What an organization. Here I am, the electrical king of the world, and I got to do everything myself. Now, let's see here. Now, here's Alaska. Hey, wait a minute. In Alaska, the nights are 6 months long, ain't they?
You mean...
Yep. We'll have a light in every igloo by Christmas. Boy, I'll make $1 million out of this monopoly. Eddie, move the candle. It's dripping on me foot. Wait a minute. I'm going to call up that electric company. Turning off the lights. I wonder if they realize that with a flick of me patent, I could put them out of business. Give me that phone. Eddie, hold the candle over here so I can see the dial. Huh? Hello? Electric Light Company? This is Duffy's Tavern. I have reason to believe that you people have turned off our lights. Yes, sir, and I want to warn you, sir, that a few heads is going to roll for this. Who am I? I happen to be the sole owner of the patent on electricity. Huh? What? Are you sure? Slip. The guy says I don't own it.
There must be some mistake, Arch. Hang up on him while I check with Washington again.
I'll call you back. Slip, this is terrible. We got to get Washington in a hurry. Eddie, quick. Hold the candle over the dial.
Hello, operator. Give me the patent office in Washington. Hello, patent office? Slippery McGuire. Say, what's going on down there anyway? Does Archie own the patent on electricity or don't he? Huh? Mix up in the records? I see. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Okay. Arch, there's been a slight mistake. They found out Benjamin Franklin took out the patent after all.
Oh, shucks.
Oh, but Slip, this is terrible.
Oh, you think so? Arch, the cloud has a silver lining.
Silver lining?
Yep. I just got the tip-off. Benjamin Franklin did not take out a patent on the kite.
Oh. Slipped up, huh?
Without changing the cartel one bit, do you know how many kites we could sell? Take a windy city like Chicago. Millions of them.
Slip, I think you're right. We could make a fortune.
Now, let's look over this map again for new territory.
Okay, Eddie, the candle, please.
Now, Arch, you know the kite is the common thing.
Oh, no doubt about it. Slip, from here in, we're going to concentrate on a kite and forget about electricity.
Good. Edison would have wanted it that way.
Men, the quickest way to discover something better is to try it. That's why I want you to try Benex Brushless Shave Cream. Benex is the new wonder shave with a sensational beard softening formula that has brought better shaving to thousands of men.
Benex Brushless leaves your face feeling extra smooth and comfortable.
And Benex doesn't clog your razor or drain either.
But don't take our word for it. Just try Benex yourself. Get a tube at your nearest drug counter.
Or we'll send you a trial tube free. Write your name and address on a postcard and mail to Benex, B-E-N-E-X, Empire State Building, New York 1, New York.
Remember, buy Benex Brushless. Or try it free by writing Benex, Empire State Building, New York. Hurry. Offer limited.
Hello, Duffy. Next week, Mickey Rooney. Mickey. Yeah, like in Let's Slip 'em. Have a good time in Florida, Duffy. Be with you next week.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Brotherhood Week. Sort of a reminder for all of us that our democratic way of life is pretty good. Now, be honest. Do you ever feel you're a little better than the next person because his skin is a different color or his religion isn't the same as yours? Well, if you do, you're not pitching for the American way of life. You see, unless we get rid of racial and religious hatreds, we're going to kill the very thing that made America great. It's time now to leave Duffy's Tavern for this evening, but let's meet here again at the same time next Wednesday, when our guest will be Mickey Rooney. Duffy's Tavern is brought to you by Vitalis for well-groomed hair and Trouchet, the hand lotion with the beforehand extra. Each Wednesday, Bristol Myers brings you Duffy's Tavern and Mr. District Attorney, which follows immediately over most of these stations.
This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
Vitalis for well-groomed hair and Trouchet, the hand lotion with the beforehand extra, bring you Duffy's Tavern with our guest tonight, Marlena Dietrich, and starring Archie himself, Ed Gardner. Listen, this is important to every woman. Get more from your hand lotion by getting Trouchet, for Trouchet is a different hand lotion with the beforehand extra. Trouchet not only makes your hands feel softer and smoother, but Trouchet's beforehand extra actually chap-proofs your hands, too. As long as Trouchet is on your hands while you're doing dishes or while you're outdoors, your hands will be protected against chapping, water chapping as well as weather chapping. And you can continue this protection during prolonged exposure by using Trouchet frequently. So for softer, lovelier, chap-proof hands, begin today to use Trouchet.
Hello, Duffy's Tavern, where the elite meat to eat. Archie the manager speaking. Duffy ain't here. Oh, hello, Duffy. Tonight, Marlena Dietrich. What a hunk of cheesecake. Yeah. Beautiful, Duffy. You know, half the men in America give anything to go out with her. And the other half is under 12 years of age. Yeah, that's the one. Now, if you was a college boy out on a desert island, she'd be the one most likely to. Well, I'm writing a television show for her. Television. Duffy, such language. Now, look, television ain't that bad. In fact, if you just keep your eyes closed, it don't sound no worse than radio. Well, I got to get busy, Duffy. I'll call you back.
I thought you'd give up writing for television after Mickey Rooney turned you down last week.
Eddie, don't forget the old motto. If at first you don't succeed, try again.
Yeah, but don't you forget the other motto.
What's that?
If you're a flop, stop.
Very, very cute rhyme, Mr. Green. Have you heard this one? A waiter who makes an insulting remark may wake up asleep on a bench in the park.
Well, all I got to say is, after 7 long years in a dump like this, a bench in the park would be heavenly bliss. You know, why don't you quit wasting your time?
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe this play won't win the Pulitzer Prize. Maybe it won't win the Critics' Award. Then what am I doing it for? Now, you kind of come around here now.
Well, it's down here, you know.
Well, you're visual. Well, anyway, we must rehearse these things sometime. With me, money is its own reward anyhow, will you? Well, anyhow, let's see here. Scene 2, the cattle rustler. The cattle rustler whistles softly to his pimento pony. Suddenly, the hero enters.
This new one's gonna be a western.
Western, yeah. And a western that's really different, Eddie, you know, a new angle. It's about a cowboy and his horse.
What's different about that?
The cowboy is smarter than the horse.
Well, how do Marlena Dietrich fit into this picture?
At the eternal triangle, Marlena comes between the cowboy and the pimento. You see, the hero suddenly gets rich, and he starts to shower Marlena with diamond rings and Cadillacs and Speed Queen washing machines and I.J. Fox mink coats and yachts, you see. But she is too proud to accept his gifts.
Yeah, so what does she do?
She sells them and keeps the money. Now, in scene 2, they go to Venice for their honeymoon. The horse feels a little out of place, of course. But it's a beautiful moonlight night. And the two lovers are sitting in a gondola, see, holding hands, while soft Italian voices waft gently over the waters. Suddenly, she turns to him and says,
Hello, Finnegan. What are you doing?
Well, I'm about to give birth to a brainchild.
Ooh, shall I boil some hot water?
Finnegan, I'm writing a play for television.
Television? Ain't that blown over yet? What's this play about, Art?
Well, it's a cowboy story.
It doesn't move me. Why don't you write a spy story?
Spy story? Yeah, wait a minute. It gives me an idea.
What's your idea?
I think I'll write a spy story.
Doesn't move me.
This is a guarantee it'll be good. Eddie, give me another hunk of paper.
Now, you just used up the last sheet.
Okay, I'll write it on the back of the menu.
Yeah. Now, neither side will be fit for human consumption. Look, how can you write plays when you can't even spell?
It's a tribute to me genius.
Mr. Arch, how long is it going to take you to write this masterpiece?
Well, if I could stop being interrupted, about 10 minutes.
10 minutes? That long?
I'm a bug on punctuation. Now, let's see here. Marlena Dietrich is the head of the spy ring. The scene opens. Enter the Duke. The Duke is followed by the King, who is in turn followed by the beautiful Marlena, who is in turn followed by the army. Oh, hello, Joe.
Well, what's new?
Oh, nothing. Just trying to write some dialogue here.
Huh. Arch, this is dialogue?
What's wrong with it?
Well, here, for instance, you have the king dying, a sword in his back. And for his last words, what does he say?
What anybody would say. Ouch! What would you say if you had a sword in your back?
Oh, but Arch, this is a king. His last words should be important.
Like what?
Well, for example, with his last dying gasp, he might say, Vitalis tames down dry, hard-to-manage hair.
These is his last words, huh?
Not quite. He still has enough breath left to say, Vitalis actually prevents hair and scalp dryness, refreshes and helps stimulate the scalp.
These are the words he says with his very last breath?
Yes.
Good.
Then he gets his second wind.
Darn that penicillin.
With a superhuman effort, the king says, Vitalis and the famous 60-second workout keeps hair handsome and healthy looking, well groomed, without a greasy patent leather shine, because there's not a single drop of mineral oil in Vitalis.
And then the king drops dead.
No, Arch.
He should.
He gets so enthusiastic talking about Vitalis that he jumps right up and runs to the drugstore to buy a bottle.
Joe, you know, you gave me a terrific idea. I think instead of stabbing the king, I'll just let him talk himself to death.
She's there.
Who? Marlena!
Archie.
Yeah?
Don't move. Just stand there and let me look at you. Those eyes, those broad shoulders, that manly chest.
Marlena, what's on your mind?
Clark Gable.
Hey, you just pulled me leg.
Archie?
Yes.
Let me see your legs.
Okay, honey. Gable again?
No, Skinny Ennis.
I'll turn the other cheek. Marlena, I like that dress you're practically wearing.
Thank you. I bought it in Paris.
Yeah, huh? Which shrank first, the plank or the dress? Never have I seen so little uncover so much.
Archie, do you get slapped in the face very often?
Well, I didn't get this healthy, ruddy complexion from outdoor exercise. And please be a little understanding, you know. A guy'd have to be a coward not to make a pass at a dame like you. You know, I don't know what it is, Marlena, but there's something about you that I like.
Well, do you mind if I sit down and cross them?
Please do.
Archie?
Yeah?
Who's that funny-looking little man sitting over there at the bar?
You mean the one looking at his own legs?
Yes.
Who else? Finnegan. Would you like to meet him?
Might be fun.
Have a ghoulish sense of humor. Okay, I'll introduce you, but understand he's a little shy. You see, ever since the Army turned him down and took his dog instead, he's had an inferiority complex. Oh, Finnegan. Finnegan, come here. Look, old man. There comes a point in a man's life when he has to learn certain things. What I mean is, well, I'd like to talk to you as a father to a son. You see, you're no longer a little boy, Finnegan. You're a grown man now. And I feel that the time has come for you to meet Marlena Dietrich.
Is this anything like the birds and the bees are?
Finnegan, this is the birds and the bees. Now, say hello to Marlena.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, boy, now I can have a baby.
You'll have to excuse him, Marlena. He ain't read the Kinsey report. Now, look, as I started to tell you, I got this spy story, and by the way, did you ever have a sudden craving to go on television?
Television?
Yeah. Yes.
You mean radio with a St. Vitus dance?
Yeah, sort of a slow waltz. That's one way of putting it, but right now television is merely in its infancy, you see. It's just a child.
You mean it should be heard and not seen?
That's another way of putting it, yes. But anyhow, as I was saying, I wrote a spy story that fits you to a T.
Archie, the answer is no.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess there's nothing left to do but play me ace card. Marlena, in this play, I make love to you.
This I can't resist.
I thought that'd do it. Now, leave us rehearse this television show. You see, Marlena, what you've got to remember, of course, is that this script is 20 years ahead of its time.
I can wait. Archie, this dialogue.
Dialogue? So what? With your legs and my profile, who's going to listen to dialogue? Now, come on, Eddie, read the opening announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen and lovers of good entertainment, it's bad news tonight.
Eddie, stick to the script.
Okay. Our play tonight is a story of royal romance and intrigue. It takes place in the mythical kingdom of gluttony, a grouse-stalk-speaking nation. The characters in this play are fictitious and have no resemblance to anything. It is the story of a woman, Miss Dietrich, a woman who gave up riches for true love.
A fantasy.
Matty, some mythical music, please. Thank you. And now on with the show. Miss Dietrich plays the part of Lady Windermere. I play the part of the Duke of Habsburg. And Finnegan plays the part of King Umlaut. Our play opens with a scene. It is the night of King Umlaut's ball, and from the Palace of Gluttony, we hear gay music. Suddenly, there is the bleating of trumpets. It is His Royal Highness King Umlaut. He speaks.
I am the half-witted king. Shall we dance the Scottish?
It's the Gazette.
Well, wait, Lady Windermere. Enough of this sham. I know that you are a spy. Why did you come here to the palace?
I came to warn Your Majesty. Your subjects are discontent. They are hungry.
Oh, they'll find something to eat.
But what? The spinach crop has failed this year.
Let them eat broccoli. But pray, how does this concern you?
I came to warn us, thee, that the people have a new leader, a roguish knave who at this moment is plotting to have thy royal head.
What does he want with my head?
That's what has everybody puzzled.
Spy Windermere?
Yes?
Forsooth, speak the name of this villain who plots against me.
First, sire, speak your price.
I'll give you 86 pesos.
But, sire, in the Balkans, they paid me 4 drachmas and 10 gelding.
How much is that in our money?
A moon and 6pence.
$5, eh? Well, take it to you, Lady Windermere. Now, quick, the name of my enemy.
It is your trusted friend, sire, the Duke of Habsburg.
Blimey. Me old schoolmate, the Habsburg of Heidelberg. A traitor. How can he look me in the face?
Well, that isn't easy. But have no fear, Your Highness. I will settle with the Duke of Habsburg.
Hold thy tongue. Here comes the traitor now.
Your Majesty.
Yes?
I would like your permission to cut in for the remainder of this dance.
Oh, granted.
Your Majesty dances divinely.
Oh, thank you.
Your Majesty, come here.
Yeah?
The people of Gluttony are demanding that you give up your throne. Even now, they are at the gates.
Ye good gadzooks, what was that?
'Tis an arrow, sire, shot from the mob with a message attached thereto.
A message?
Yes, a message from our sponsor, Schimmelbacher the Baker. See how we weaved the commercial in, Marlena?
Very subtle.
Yeah. Now go ahead, read it.
I read the commercial?
Oh, yes, we like to have our product glamorized.
What is the product?
Donuts. Proceed ahead.
Mm-hmm. Folks, for dunky, crunchy donuts, go to Schimmelbacher's. Schimmelbacher's donuts are 99% pure. They float in your coffee. The only donut with a square hole. Won't slip in your grip. And remember, the holes are made with filtered air. Another thing, Schimmelbacher's donuts are healthy. They are fortified with iron. Listen to what one satisfied dunker had to say.
I've been an iron peddler for nigh on to 20 years. And I ain't never peddled no iron better than goes into Schimmelbacher's donuts. Schimmelbacher always gets the top of the puddle.
And now back to our story. The note, which had been delivered by Arrow, was not only a commercial, it was also a warning to the Duke that Lady Windermere was a spy. The note suggested that Habsburg pay her a visit in her boudoir. This fitted in neatly with the Duke's plans. The hourglass strikes midnight as the Duke quietly slips into Milady's boudoir.
Duke of Habsburg, what are you doing in my boudoir?
Just browsing.
Well, this is a surprise. May I light a taper for you?
No, thank you. Never touch him.
What is it you want, Duke?
Lady Windermere, leave us not mince no words. 'Tis rumored that thou art a spy.
It's a lie.
Then what doest thou for a living?
Espionage work.
Espionage? Oh, somebody told me you was a spy.
Oh, just idle gossip.
Yeah.
By the way, have you heard any military secrets lately?
Yeah. Are we alone?
Yes.
Okay. Tomorrow I march with me regiment to overthrow the king.
Really?
Yeah, but don't say nothing about it.
Not a word. But here, sire, sit ye doon on the couch.
This is romantic.
Tell me, how many men are there in your regiment?
1,500. This is very romantic. You know, it's refreshing to find a woman like you who takes an interest in a man's work.
Thank you. Tell me, how many cannons do you have in your regiment?
600. Lady Windermere, why are you making notes?
Well, just a hobby.
Oh.
Duke, will you do me a favor?
What?
Take this note over to the window and fasten it onto that pigeon's leg.
I didn't know you kept pigeons.
Another hobby.
Oh, yeah. Lady Windermere, speaking of hobbies, will you marry me?
Has the pigeon left yet?
Yes.
Then scram.
Look, don't try to conceal your passion for me, Millicent. Here. Let me hold you in my arms and,
Excuse me, sire.
Oh, how timely. It's me manservant. What is it, Varlet?
I bring you a message from the head of the horse's grenadines.
Give me the message. Egad, gazooks. Here, read it, Lady Windermere.
Folks, have you tried Turk McGurk's gymnasium? Archie, another commercial.
Well, we ain't in this thing for love, you know. Read it.
Well, it can't be any worse than the rest of this stuff. Does your sweetheart call you fatso? Is it years since you have seen your feet? When you step on the scale, does a card come out saying, you and who else? Do you have fainting spells after you have eaten like a pig? Watch out for those subtle danger signals. They may mean that you are overweight. But don't despair. You can easily lose that ugly fat the safe and sane way at McGurk's Refined Gymnasium. No dangerous pills to take, no complicated diets to remember. McGurk simply locks you in a room for 3 weeks without food. So go to McGurk's today. Remember the spelling F-A-T-T.
And now, back to our story. The note that the manservant had delivered to the Duke was not only a commercial, but it also contained the news that Napoleon had landed at Elbow. Well, Lady Windermere, take it, it'd be wonderful. If it is true that Napoleon has landed at Elbow, it means that I must leave with my regiment when the rooster crows. But before I depart, I have a confession.
A confession?
Yes. You have heard of the mysterious underground leader of the people of Gluttony?
You don't mean that you are...
Yes. I am the Scarlet Pumpernickel.
The Duke of the Habsburg?
Yes.
I love you, Cyril. And I, too, have a confession.
A confession?
Yes. You've heard those propaganda broadcasts from the palace.
The ones like Axis Sally?
Yes.
You mean that you are...
Yes. I am Gluttony Gladys. But that is all past. Come close to me and hold me in your arms.
I wonder if I could get that rooster to crow a little later this time.
Stop!
King Umlaut, what are you doing here?
I was hiding in my lady's closet.
You mean that you eavesdropped everything we said?
Yes. And now, Duke of the Habsburg, you traitor, you shall die. Take that! Ouch!
Cyril, you've been wounded.
Tis nothing, Lady Windermere. He merely grazed my heart.
Wait, your blood.
What about it?
It's blue.
Blue? Good gad gazooks. You're right. My blood is blue. I wonder how come.
Wait! I can explain everything.
Oh, 'tis a strange gypsy. Where comest thou from, gypsy?
I was hiding in the closet.
Oh.
Better get that closet cleaned out.
Shut up, Betty. Who are you, gypsy? Speak up.
I'm the beautiful Carmelita, queen of a roving band of crooked gypsies.
You sure did a lot of roving.
Duke of the Habsburg, when you was born, I sneaked into the royal nursery and switched babies.
You mean
King Umlaut is your twin brother.
the half-witted king is me brother?
Duke, this means that you are also an umlaut.
There's only one way to find out. We'll see if he has the mark of the umlaut family on his shoulder.
The mark of the umlaut family?
Yeah, rip open his shirt. You see, you are right. He carries the mark of the umlaut. See? There is no mole on his shoulder.
That's right. All the umlauts have no moles on their shoulders.
Yeah, it's a family curse.
You mean?
Yes.
Then I am the rightful king of gluttony.
You are, Your Majesty.
Lady Windermere, you may call me Cyril. From this day on, gluttony will be a democracy. Well, Molino, what did you think of the rehearsal?
Archie, I just got a new television set. And you've got to promise me something.
What?
That nobody else will play the part of Lady Windermere.
You really think it's that good?
No. But if I'm in the show, I won't have to watch it.
The quickest way to discover something better is to try it. That's why I want you to try Benex Brushless Shave Cream. Benex is the new wonder shave with the sensational beard-softening formula that has brought better shaving to thousands of men.
Benex Brushless leaves your face feeling extra smooth and comfortable.
And Benex doesn't clog your razor or drain either.
But don't take our word for it. Just try Benex yourself. Get a tube at your nearest drug counter.
Or we'll send you a trial tube free. Write your name and address on a postcard and mail to Benex, B-E-N-E-X, Empire State Building, New York 1, New York.
Remember, buy Benex Brushless, or try it free by writing Benex, Empire State Building, New York. Hurry, offer limited.
Hello? Oh, hello, Duffy. Look, I want you to give away some money. Now, don't fly into a transom. It's for the Red Cross. But, Duffy, the Red Cross is a wonderful cause. They do a lot of good, you know, for disabled veterans and their families and sick people and people that ain't got enough dough to eat on. You really ought to give them something. Sure, it's your one chance to help serve humanity. Well, don't worry. Humanity's broad-minded. They won't mind a contribution from another species. You'll do it, huh? Okay, Duffy. Good night.
It's time now to leave Duffy's Tavern for this evening, but let's meet here again at the same time next Wednesday. Duffy's Tavern is brought to you by Vitalis for well-groomed hair and True Shave, the hand lotion with the beforehand extra. Shave, the hand lotion with the beforehand extra, and Vitalis for well-groomed hair bring you Duffy's Tavern with our guest tonight, Mickey Rooney, and starring Archie himself, Ed Gardner. Here's the proven way to keep your hair well-groomed. The way successful men in both sports and business keep their hair looking its very best. It's Vitalis and the 60-second workout. See how the Vitalis workout helps your hair, helps stimulate your scalp. See how it prevents dryness, routes loose dandruff, and helps check excessive falling hair. And see how Vitalis keeps your hair handsome and healthy looking with never a trace of a greasy patent leather shine. For there's not a single drop of mineral oil in Vitalis. So try Vitalis and the 60-second workout. You'll like it, and you'll like what it does for the looks of your hair.
Hello, Duffy's Tavern, where the elite meat to eat. Archie the manager speaking. Duffy ain't here. Oh, hello, Duffy. Tonight, Mickey Rooney. Yeah, that's the guy. Short, Freckled, blonde hair, pug nose. Sort of a Van Johnson at half mast. Yeah, a little bit of a guy. And in fact, they tell me when two grasshoppers meet, one says to the other, I ain't seen you since you was knee-high to Mickey Rooney. That's right. His size is a bit of a problem, too, you know, especially in Hollywood. Well, you know, he's too short to be a lover and too tall to be a producer. He's coming down to the Tavern tonight to star in a new television show I'm writing. Television, Duffy, you know, TV, or, as they call it in the trade, voodoo. Huh? Well, Duffy, let me put it this way. You know the saying, vaudeville is dead? Well, television is where you watch the funeral. Yeah. Well, I think, Duffy, I think Rooney should be great for television. Well, sure, you know, they got them little 7-inch screens. He's a natural. Well, look, Duffy, I'm busy now. I'll call you back.
Hey, Archie, what's this about you writing a television program?
That's right, Miss Duffy. I'm going to get into television while it's still in its infancy.
What are you trying to do, stun its growth? Besides, what do you know about writing television?
What's to know? I wrote radio plays. Television is exactly the same, except you dub in the faces.
Well, if you take my advice, you'll forget television and stay right here where you got a steady job and the security of $15 every week.
You call that security, Miss Duffy? I've had me back to the wall so long, the handwriting is on me. Now, look, Miss Duffy,
hello, Miss Duffy.
Oh, hey, did you hear the...
Hey, did you hear that news?
There's no reason you shouldn't hear it twice. You read 2 newspapers, don't you?
Eddie, may I repeat?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Did you hear the news? Archie's writing for television.
Ain't they having enough trouble?
Look, don't laugh television off, Eddie. It's a big thing, and... In fact, I often wonder how people ever got along without it.
I don't know. Just lucky, I guess.
Eddie, from the tone of your inference, I gather you don't like television.
Oh, it's all right while you're sitting at a bar watching it. Just that I don't like the after effects.
You mean the eye strain?
No, the hangover.
Yeah, you're right, Eddie. Speaking personally, I'll still take radio.
Radio. Miss Duffy, I see you're still living in the medieval ages. Why don't you get up to date and realize that the future always progresses the past? We got to advance. The television is to radio what the caliper is to the old-fashioned slide rule.
What does that mean?
With a thought that deep, one does not stop to analyze.
Well, tell me, deep one. Who's going to act in this show of yours?
Only Mickey Rooney.
Mickey Rooney!
Now, look, lay off. I need him for the show, and there ain't enough of them to go around. You'll both put out of here. I'd like to finish the script. Now, let's see. Act 2. Our hero enters. He's a man of the world. Handsome, dashing, debonair. An amused smile plays about his intelligent face. He speaks. Hello, Finnegan.
What you doing?
I'm writing a play for TV.
That's nice. TV who?
It ain't a who, Finnegan. TV is slang for the idiom. In other words, well, what is it that people go into the living room for every night and turn out the lights and watch for hours?
The dame next door.
Look, I'm talking about a different kind of entertainment, television.
Oh, that. Uncle Louie's got one of them things.
Oh, yeah? You like to watch it?
Well, I can't make up my mind, Arch.
I don't get to see much of it thanks to me sister.
How come?
Well, Uncle Louie's set's got a 7-inch screen and me sister's got a 12-inch head.
Well, in that case, why don't you sit in front of your sister?
That's where me Uncle Horace sits.
Well, if he's sitting in front of her, how can she see?
Well, she can see. You know Uncle Horace.
Oh, yeah, the one with the hole in his head.
Yeah. He thinks television is wonderful. By the way, what's this television show that you're writing on?
Well, it's sort of a soap opera.
Arch, I wish you wouldn't use that word.
Opera?
No, soap. Every time I mention that word around the house, the old man washes me mouth out with dirt.
Well, I'll tell you what. To make your old man happy, I'll change it. I'll write a dirt opera.
Hi, Arch.
Well, Joe Moran. Hey, Joe, you're a radio guy. What do you think of television?
I don't know. I don't drink.
I think I'll send that to Fred Allen. But I asked you a question.
Well, frankly, Arch, I think television is going to kill the motion picture business.
I thought the motion pictures did that themselves.
That's very, very funny. Mind if I send that to Fred Allen?
Where do you think I got it? Anyway, when I'm driving that, Joe, you know I'm writing a television show.
Oh? Well, when does it start?
Well, as soon as I find a sponsor.
A sponsor, huh?
Yeah, you know, a censor with money.
Well, any chance of a job in this show, Arch?
Acting?
Yeah.
Oh, it could be, but would you mind first giving me an audition?
Oh, not at all.
I'd like to make sure that you can run the gimlet of emotions. Now, leave me see you register, for instance, love. You know, like Charles Boyer.
Okay.
Toujours l'amour, Truchet. Hedy, come with me to the drugstore. I will shower you with Truchet, the creamy, fragrant hand lotion that keeps hands feeling smoother, looking lovelier.
This is the hottest lover since Lanny Ross. Look, Joe, try another one. See what you can do with sorrow.
Okay. Get a load of this.
Oh, please, don't take away my bottle of Truchet. What would I do without it? It's different from other hand lotions. Because it has a unique beforehand extra that protects hands from chapping.
Well, how's that for sorrow, Arch?
Pretty sorry performance. Would you like to try for fright?
Okay. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Joe. As long as Truchet is on your hands, before you do dishes or go outdoors, they're guarded against chapping. Water chapping as well as weather chapping. Well, Arch, how was that for fright?
Frightful.
Well, Arch, you mean my acting leaves something to be desired?
It leaves something, Joe, but it ain't to be desired. Hey, wait a minute. Excuse me, Joe. Eddie, look who just come in. Mickey Rooney.
What?
There, walking in under the swinging doors. Eddie, watch me flatter the guy. Well, Gary Cooper. How are you, tall in the saddle?
Wait a minute, just a minute, Arch. I'm Mickey Rooney.
Mickey Rooney? Well, how time flies upwards. Tell me, Mick, what's new with you?
I don't know. I haven't read the gossip columns today.
Gotta send that to Fred Allen. Well, Mick, it certainly is good to have you down here to the Tavern. Tell me, how come you never visited us before?
Well, up to now, Arch, my studio has been very strict with me.
Yeah, huh? What do you mean?
Well, my contract says I can't bail out of a plane, jump into a volcano, or go over Niagara Falls in a barrel, or be seen in Duffy's Tavern.
I think I'll send that one to Milton Berle. Tell me, Mickey, speaking of television, as we do in circles, is it true what they say in Hollywood?
What's that, Arch?
That the movie business is falling apart?
Arch, if things get any worse, the studios are going to produce the popcorn and hand out the pictures in the lobby. That's what.
Yeah. Things are pretty desperate out there in Hollywood, huh?
Desperate? Do you want to know a secret?
What?
Do you know what they're planning to do?
What?
Turn out good pictures.
No. Mick, they wouldn't dare.
It's the last resort.
Well, I guess what they say is true. There's no business in show business. But you're a trooper, Mick. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Incidentally, how did you ever start in show business anyhow?
Well, that goes back a long time, Arch. You see, when I was a baby, Mom and Dad wanted to find out what I was best suited for.
Uh-huh.
So right after I was born, they had the nurse give me a test.
Test, huh?
Yeah. On one side of me, she put a doctor's satchel, and on the other side, a lawyer's briefcase.
What did you reach for?
The nurse.
I see. So, they decided to make you an actor then, huh?
Yeah, that's right. I went into vaudeville with my mom and dad.
Yeah, huh? How old was you then?
2 years old.
2 years, huh? What'd you do before that?
Well, Arch, to tell the truth, I just loafed a little bit. But those were the days, good old vaudeville, the Chinese jugglers, the tightrope walkers, Weber and Fields.
Yeah, Gallagher and Sheen, Hammacher and Slimmer. I used to love them acts. You know, I often wonder whatever happened to them corny old vaudeville jokes.
You really want to know?
Yeah.
I sent them to Fred Allen.
Sorry, I was digging... Well, Edward G. Robinson.
And again, it's Mickey Rooney.
It's Edward G. Robinson.
I'm telling you, it's Mickey Rooney.
Okay, we'll ask him. Hey, Bud, who are you?
Never mind who I am, see? I'm the fellow that asks the questions around here, see? This is my territory, see?
You're right, Arch. It's Mickey Rooney.
Hey, Mickey, there's an idea. Them dialects of yours, they're perfect for television.
Me, Arch, on television?
Well, certainly. You see, the way I figure it, them television audiences tired of wrestling and hockey. They're crying for something else to get tired of.
Well, tell me, what are you going to give them?
You. Now, how would you like to play the lead in a daytime soap opera?
How would you like a poke in the eye with a sharp stick?
Now, look, don't make no hasty decisions. There's room for good acting in television, you know. It's a medium where if anything is well done, it's rare.
You can send that one back to Pick and Pat, too.
Look, Mick, please, don't be jovial about this. You got your future to think of. You know, you've been around a long time now, and you ain't getting no taller, kid. Now, please, don't pass this up. Don't be a schmo, you know. There's a lot of room in television for tall, handsome, good-looking types like yourself.
That did it. The schmo must go on.
Well, Mickey, did you read me television script?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. What'd you think of it?
It should happen to Butch Jenkins.
We're saving him for the Hardy family. Look, this thing just looks bad on paper. Wait till you hear it. Now, leave us run through it. You see, in the first scene, you play a married man. By the way, you've been married, ain't you?
Arch, pound for pound, I'm the most married guy in Hollywood.
That'll help you handle the part. Now, you're the husband, and Finnegan is your rival.
Finnegan is the rival. I say, well, who finally wins the girl, Arch?
You do, the husband.
Who plays the girl?
You do.
I'll play the rival.
Look, Mick, in television, they all look like that. Okay, we'll switch it around. You play the rival, Mickey. Now, places, everybody. Mr. Melnick, fanfare, please. Thank you. Okay. Now, Eddie, you exit from the left and read the opening announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, to those of you who are watching this television program at home, I say greetings. And to those of you who is watching it in bars, I say order a double. You'll need it.
Please, just read what's wrote there, will you?
Now I give you the director of our Voodoo Playhouse, Mr. Cecil B. DiArchi, our head villain. Hey,
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. America and all the ships at sea. Tonight we bring you another episode in the true life story of lovable old John and his pretty young wife, lovable old Mary. A story that asks the question, can two people in love find happiness? As our scene opens, John, a brilliant young banker, unexpectedly returns home from his office to find his wife, Mary, making love to the Iceman. A typical American family. As our story begins, we find lovable old Mary speaking to lovable old John.
What's the idea of coming home so early, you jerk?
Good evening, Mary. Mary, don't think me suspicious, but why is that derby hat hanging in the hallway?
I'm taking trombone lessons.
Well, what about them ice tongs on the couch?
Ice tongs? I borrowed them from a neighbor. I lost my eyebrow tweezers.
Mary, would you think me suspicious if I just asked one more question?
What is it?
What are you doing on the Iceman's lap?
John, you mean you put two and two together?
Yeah, and it adds up to... 4?
I'm sorry, John, but I've loved him for years. Loved him, do you hear?
You mean all this time you've been cold to me? You've been warming up to the Iceman?
John, let's be civilized about this. Let's not make a scene of it, shan't we?
Mary, it's too late. We gotta have a showdown. Iceman, tell me, do you love Mary? I'm asking you. Speak now or forever hold my wife.
Mickey, that's your cue. Give out with a love scene like Clark Gable. Okay, Finnegan, give him the cue again.
Iceman, do you love my wife?
All right, you ask me. I'm going to tell you, sure, I love your wife. I love her, do you hear? That's the way it is, and that's the way it's going to be, brother.
Why, you cad! Take your cold hands off of her.
John, I'm afraid it's too late.
You mean?
His hands are no longer cold. And I'm leaving you. Do you hear?
You might as well be a man about this, lovable John. I'm taking Mary away with me. Away, do you hear?
Lovable old Mary. Is this true?
Yes, lovable old John. This is the end.
The bitter?
The bitter.
Well, it had to happen to somebody. Good luck to you.
Well, so long, sucker. I hope there's no hard feelings.
Sucker, huh? Little does he know I didn't pay the ice bill.
Thank you. And now that Mary has run away with the Iceman, What will happen to John? Will he find new happiness with the refrigerator? Only time will tell. But first, a word from one of our sponsors.
Folks, as you know, we're celebrating National Eat a Plate of Rutabagas Week. For robust and vigorous health, try Colucci Rutabagas, the rutabaga with the pedigree. One single helping of Colucci Rutabagas contains more iron than the double bed spring. And it's twice as delicious. So remember, if it's iron that your system lacks, fill your stomach with rutabagas and listen to the clink. And above all, remember our sponsor's jingle. A. Avocado. B.
Boiled potatoes.
C.
Succotaceous. NBC.
And folks, back to our smell-o-vision.
I'll ignore it. And now back to our story. The scene is 20 years later. Lovable old John has sank lower and lower. He has tried everything to forget. He's drifted from job to job. Western Union boy, song plugger, lighthouse keeper, general in a South American army. But all the time his mind was elsewhere. In desperation, he finally tried the want ads. And that was how John became a doctor. As luck would have it, Mary, in the meantime, had become a nurse. Our next scene is in the hospital. The head of this hospital is the famous Dr. Gillespie, played by Mickey Rooney. That's you.
I thought I was the Iceman.
We're short of actors. As our scene continues, there is a patient waiting on the operating table as Dr. Gillespie speaks.
Now, see here, Nurse Mary. I want you to prepare this patient for surgery. Looks like it's going to be a very delicate operation.
Then only you can operate, Dr. Gillespie. You, with those skillful, highly trained, sensitive surgeon's hands. Will you do it?
No, hang it all. On my last operation, I seem to have sewed my fingers together.
Then who will operate?
I'll find out, nurse. Is there a doctor in the house? I say, is there a doctor in the house?
I am a doctor.
You are a doctor?
Yes. I am lovable old Dr. John. Nurse, have you got the scalpel?
Yes, doctor.
What does it read?
His temperature's down to 108.
108? That's pretty low. We better put him back in the sun. But first, let me look at the patient. Gee, Hossafats, it can't be.
Who?
My rival, the Iceman.
Yes, there was the Iceman on the operating table. Lovable old Dr. John's hated rival that had took his wife away. What should John do? What would you do? In Dr. John's trembling hand was a scalpel, sharp as a surgeon's knife. One tiny slip of this scalpel, and the operation might be a success. Dr. John moved slowly toward the operating table. He looks down at his helpless victim, his mind racing blindly. Slowly, he raises his scalpel. And then... But first, a word from our sponsor.
If you sticking on kicking the bucket, see Tavern is the smiling undertaker. Ask him about his free trial plan. Only 20 easy payments. Folks, here's your chance to drop dead and save money. And remember our slogan, have a Cavendish funeral while you are still young enough to enjoy it. And now, back to our television play.
Thank you, Eddie Green. Scalpel poised in midair, Dr. John hesitates as he faces the most momentous decision of his life. He thinks of Mary and the Iceman. and words from the past streak up through his subunconsciousness.
I'm taking Mary away with me. Away, do you hear?
Yes, John, and I'm leaving you. Do you hear?
Dr. John, snap out of it. What's the matter, Doctor? Hearing voices?
Yeah, but don't worry. I hear them all the time.
Well, tell me, have you made up your mind, my boy? Will you operate?
Yes. Even though the Iceman is my hated rival, I'll still operate.
Stout fellow.
Doctor,
Yeah?
shall I burl the instruments?
No, let's just fry him for a change.
Dr. John.
Yes?
Dr. John, we'd better hurry. The patient seems to have trouble with his breathing.
I'll soon put a stop to that. Quick, Nate. Quick, ether.
Ether.
Ah, that clears me head. Now, give some to the patient. Dr. Gillespie?
Yes.
Sponge.
Sponge.
Cotton.
Cotton.
Scissors.
Scissors.
Ouch.
Sorry.
Bandage.
Bandage.
It's a tense moment. Dr. John begins the operation. First, he sutures the hemostat. Then, his sensitive fingers working swiftly but carefully, he stitches a hole in the epidermis and skewers up the dorsal fin. Finally, Dr. John speaks.
Gentlemen, the patient will walk again.
You mean the operation was a success, my boy?
Yep, but I never seen a worse case of tonsils.
Oh, Dr. John, you're wonderful.
Well, like it. Wait, that voice. Nice. Take off that mask.
But I'm not wearing a mask.
Mary, it's you!
Men, the quickest way to discover something better is to try it. That's why I want you to try Benex Brushless Shave Cream. Benex is a new wonder shave with a sensational beard-softening formula that has brought better shaving to thousands of men.
Benex Brushless leaves your face feeling extra smooth and comfortable.
And Benex doesn't clog your razor or drain either.
But don't take our word for it. Just try Benex yourself. Get a tube at your nearest drug counter.
Or we'll send you a trial tube free. Write your name and address on a postcard and mail to Benex, B-E-N-E-X, Empire State Building, New York, 1, New York.
Remember, buy Benex Brushless. Or try it free by writing Benex, Empire State Building, New York. Hurry. Offer limited.
Mickey Rooney will soon be seen in Quicksand and appeared by arrangement with Metro Goldwyn Mayer, producers of the Technicolor picture Little Women, starring June Allison, Peter Lawford, Margaret O'Brien.
NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.